fucking mistake that I will never stop making. I apologize. She'll be live on YouTube now. Not that nice nature I think is going to be like a killer or anything like that, but it is still something, right? It's something that you might have to think about, or something that some people will be building around, some people will be including debuffers. So you just get the widest variety of possible team comps on a CM like Scorpio, I think. And the beautiful thing about Uma Musume, the thing that I really love about this game, is that all of the comps kind of, they sort of self-balance each other, right? Like Suzuka obviously is really good, but the more Suzukas there are, the worse Suzuka is, right? Both as a chariot, like if you want her to use her to like slingshot someone else, or as an ace, right? Because she just dies too early to the point where she's not really alive long enough to do anything reasonable, right? It's like, oh, Taiki's really good, but if the more Taikis there are, the harder it becomes for one of them to shoot for victory, right? It's harder to hit that, and also it can be countered by bringing a shit ton of frontrunners, right? And that's why overall I think the most stable strategy as far as just the general meta outlook is probably like something like 2 frontrunners and a Suzuka, because then if your Suzuka is unchallenged, you can go off and do nuts shit, right? And just win if she's entirely alone. And if she dies, you know what? You've got 2 fronts, and the point is also Skips Meowstick. Thank you very much for the sub, brother. My limited data set today showed me the spot struggle low-key is half fake. What do you mean by that? Actually, I'm curious to hear what you mean by that. But I'm not even I'm talking about in the sense that fronts are, this track is short enough that fronts are super fine. They don't get like fucked by their coefficient or anything like that. And it's the best counter to Taiki, because if you just have 2 guys running like 2 fronts and a Suzuka, it's basically impossible for Taiki to ever get to 4th place, right? Several matches where Suzuka's never spot struggled each other. That's interesting. I would be curious. I don't remember the exact trigger conditions for a spot struggle, but I could have sworn for Great Escapes they could be like pretty far apart. Like if they were within 3 lengths of each other or something like that, it could trigger a spot struggle. But maybe it doesn't work the way that I quite thought. But as well, as always, fronts is always the fact that with fronts, only one of them can get rod. It means that the more people are running fronts, the harder it becomes to have your front be the one that wins. If it's all the ones on your team, that's fine. Like if you're the only guy, like if you're running 2 fronts and a Suzuka, that's great. That's fine. You don't care if it's particularly your Summer Maru or something like that. You just want one of your fronts to get rod, right? But if fronts are really good and there's like 5 or 6 fronts per lobby, then suddenly it gets a lot harder for your front to be the one who gets rod, and front inherently is kind of a winner-take-all strategy, right? And also, the more fronts there are, the easier it is for late surgers to be in good position, insofar as ending up in like 6th, 5th, things like this, right? Because the more backliners there are, the more awkward that can be for them, as we saw in was it fucking Leo Cup? Which one was I forget the name of the cup for Kika Show. Was it Leo Cup? Regardless, like in that one, for example, which was all backliners, it was like super common for your late surger to be like 2nd in the mid game, right? And you can still make that work, but so I love the game because the meta is very self-balancing, right? The better fronts are, the worse they are, and the better sort of a counter strategy is. The better Taiki is, the worse she is, and the better counter strategies are. The better Suzuka is, the worse the Suzuka actually is. So I think because of that, and because of how many strategies are viable in Scorpio right here, I think it's actually really difficult to just go, yeah, like, oh, look at a race and go, yeah, this definitely, this is who's gonna win, or this is the strategy that's gonna be the best. I would still wager. I'd be curious to see. I mean, we don't get any kind of data aggregation like that, but I would be curious to see. I would still wager that, in my mind, these strong, like, ignore meta counters and stuff like that, right? Assume everyone just hits, if you assume everyone just hits their nuts, the strongest thing here is obviously Major Dober, right? Or Ryan, or something. Like, it's there. You will never, ever have a scenario. You cannot concoct a scenario if you just assume best case scenario that beats a late surger hitting, like, especially Dober or Ryan, right? Hitting iron and moving past and beyond, and like on your left at the perfect time or something. You can't concoct, like, and they have the best like late game coefficient for acceleration and the second best one for speed. You cannot concoct a better scenario than that. But that is almost like not gonna happen, like that level of a high roll, right? So ignoring that, the strongest thing that can happen in the CM is absolutely Taiki Chubba, right? She just has like Major Orion ult, but it's very consistent, right? It's very consistent. If you ignore the fact of building a bunch of fronts to make her like not be able to get to third or fourth, right? Taiki Shuttle is by far the scariest thing here. And as a result, I think the best strategy, yes, exactly, right? Because Taiki is definitely the scariest thing, like, you cannot realistically ever consistently beat a Taiki Shuttle that gets her ult off. You can't do it. To beat a Taiki that gets her ult off, you need a late surge or high roll, pretty much. It's 8 seconds or something like that of... Yeah, it's 8 seconds of 0.4 Excel that triggers at the perfect spot in the late game, right? It's fucked up. And you can like stack head on with it, right? I mean, Nimble Nav is super Gamba here if she hits that too. But even just her ult by itself, right? It's like Saiyan getting robbed, but again, she does. It's not, you know, she can get it in third or fourth place, which is way easier than just fighting for first, right? Brick, can you eat rock? So true, bestie. Good callback. So as a result, I feel like the front strategy is the best thing, right? Because it's a strong strategy in and of itself, even ignoring the fact that it's like a counter to Taiki. It's a strong strategy in and of itself. Again, 2,000 meters. Umastan is also at like not very strong in these races where the first section is shorter than 5 seconds, right? It still can work, absolutely. But like, you know, backliners are a little weaker because of Umastan being a little weaker. You know, the distance isn't too long. Fronts aren't getting shit on by their coefficient. There is just a strong strategy inherently, right? So fronts are good. Suzuka can work here, and then on top of that, it's the counter to the actual scariest thing, which is why I would assume, if I had to guess, that something like double front or maybe even like, I was gonna say double front and a runaway. Maybe you could go even like one front, one Suzuka, one Taiki, and just, you know, if you do run into a lobby that isn't front heavy, your Taiki just instant wins for you. I'm not sure. I am gonna do some runs. I did want to really quick figure out what the fuck I'm doing for Sagittarius decks. Yeah, Sagittarius decks. That's correct. No, like legit. Have you chewed on pebbles? I have. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I think I don't know if I had an oral fixation or what, but I'll put a lot of stuff in my mouth just like for fun. Like we talked about how I would eat glue, right? I literally ate glue. Free front is pretty strong. Fortunately, a lot of people have built them with only angling and scheming instead of redshift. Right, yeah, because redshift also works really well here, right? Sand was my shit. I've definitely chewed on some sand before. It is just a bunch of small rocks for sure. I think I've definitely like sucked on a pebble when I was younger. I used to like swallow toothpaste, toilet paper. No, only the toilet paper in my own house. Okay, don't go crazy. I'm not swallowing any public bathroom toilet paper. We only go for the gourmet shit here. Happy New Year and Year of the Uma. Oh, is it Year of the Horse in the Zodiac? I ate a battery? Ooh, I think you mog me. I don't think I ever... I've put a battery in my mouth. I don't think I've ever eaten a battery, though. You know what I mean? Like, I've, like, licked a battery. I've sucked on a battery. I don't think I've ever swallowed one. So I think you mog me in terms of child who definitely needed the more adult supervision. Yep, that's cool. That's cool. It's the year of the haunts. I mean, bro, I'm so excited for Christmas Ogre in 4 days or whatever. My goat. She will be my final ace for this. I think I'm going. I don't think I'm. Oh, I have to. Oh shit! I have to get this done. I'll do some. I find Daiwa. People talk about Bakshin runs all the time. I like Daiwa Scarlet in URA finale. I find her very consistent. Her ult is really like good and easy to pop these days, especially if you're like not in a CM lobby. If you're just like in a career lobby, right? I was a stupid child. Same here. Same here. I gotta get that shit done. I mean, it's only, this is what, 530 divided by 5 is 6 runs, so it's not hard to do at all, and I have 2 days left to do it, but I should definitely, yeah, I should definitely do that shit. Or I will, I mean, because I haven't gotten any of the good stuff yet either. Yeah, I got one of the 300 carrots and none of the shards, so yucky, yucky, yucky. But let's not worry about that for now. I'm gonna be boring and run gold shit and Mayano, just because, like, listen, man, it's, what do you want from me? It's easy, right? What? Let me just, let's just do whatever here for a second. What deck? The battery made me very sick. I can imagine. I think it's because speed wit is easy as hell to click and you'll never get stamina'd out by the mediums in Daiwa's career. Yeah. Right? And I found, at least for me, that like good consistent ults, ignoring a CM lobby, like good consistent ults that pop in career make careers really easy, right? Like Ogre. I've found Ogre to be super consistent at just winning every fucking race I put her in, even on like Showtime 4 and 5 and shit like that, because like Pulse is just really good, right? If you're already winning, like you don't need it, and if you're not winning, you pop Pulse and it makes up the difference a lot of the time, right? And you'll get value out of it every single time that you need it. Whereas like Ryan, I have found to be a lot less consistent, for example, in those early races, especially before you can just get like, because by senior year you generally don't lose anything, right? You just like you stat gapped everyone. But in like junior, especially, and then classic to an extent, I found that just like, you know, before you can get your stats really up and going, just having a nice consistent, and before you can even buy a lot of skills and stuff like that, having just a nice consistent strong ult really helps, and Daiwa has one of those for sure. I ate a bunch of ibuprofen when I was younger. I'm somehow still alive. I went pills and just snacked on that stuff like a genuine meal. Dude, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it was exactly, but at some point in my, not like early childhood, I was like 8 or 9, right? I was 6 or 7. I was like 8 or 9. I wasn't that young, but we had this like little pill bottle of ibuprofen. I don't remember. I think it was some generic brand thing or whatever, but it was flavored. Like it was like these little capsules. No, it wasn't, because like tablets are the ones that are like a little bit more chalky, right? Capsules are, it was like gels, I guess, maybe. They were like little ibuprofen gels or something, and they were sweet. It tasted like candy. They had this like sweet candy coating on them, and then like the like just kind of flavorless but kind of soft gel was underneath. I actually had to stop myself from like eating them like a snack, because I mean it would have been very bad, obviously, but they tasted so good. I don't think they should do that for medicine, right? Like if my mom wasn't the one who had the like she had all the medicine, right? Like it wasn't like just next to me or something in my bedroom. I think I would have just definitely, I would not have had the willpower. I would have just eaten like 10 ibuprofen a day and died a very early death. They shouldn't do that, I don't think. I don't think it's a good idea. Well, I mean, give or take, right? You definitely need to make, like if you're making medicine, especially with kids in mind, it's probably a good idea to make it kind of taste nice, or at least to make it not actively unpleasant, so like parents can convince them to take their medicine. But if you make it too good, right? If you make it too good, the kids will just eat it. I know I certainly will, right? To this day, bro, I'm thinking about those ibuprofen. I'm like, is there a reason they don't anymore? Do they not? I guess not, you think of it. I don't know if I'm just not buying, like, because I wasn't buying my own, like, medicine back in the day, right? It was my mom buying probably, like, X and Y for kids, right? So maybe I'm just not buying kids medicine anymore. But now that you mention it, I don't remember ever, you know, eating any, or like swallowing any medicine and being like, oh, that tastes great. It's just normal, right? It's like, yeah, it's not horrible, but it's like, yeah, it's medicine, right? It's generally like if you're taking like a tablet or something, it's like chalky and flavorless, or sometimes they have like a mild smell to them or something. I had an issue where I got really curious how stuff tasted and would lick it. That's how I figured out I like the taste of pennies. Yeah. No, for sure. What are the stat thresholds that we're looking for Sagittarius? We talked about this yesterday. It was like, you can get away for a stamina minimum. You can get away with like 850, 450, right? If I remember correctly. Let's double check. Hey, you see George Clooney became French? I just needed another reason to hate the rich. 850 for, you can probably get away with less on a late surger too, but I think something like this and 1 gold. These are probably not exactly perfect skills, but you know, close enough, maybe. Close enough. She'd have slightly more than this. Well, I mean, which ramp up, Umastan, Spurt, no stopping me, Maestro, Curvature. I mean, these probably wouldn't be the inherits, right? You probably would just grab Iron and moving past, right? Probably? Yeah, probably. Right. Iron and moving. Oh, do they not have it yet? Or is it past? Is Dober not on here? That's interesting. Oh, I guess it hasn't been updated. It's a nice nature funeral out here, by the way. What do you mean by that? Not yet, I suppose? Sure. Well, Dober hasn't been added. Let's just put in Pulse, I guess. Why not? It's a consistent bit of velocity to, you know, use up some stamina. That's fine. And that's close enough, right? I think she lives with this, right? 900 wit's a little high. Let's be a little bit more realistic. I think she lives with this. I mean, well enough, right? Yeah. This is like reasonable. This is assuming with this is with the chance of her not popping Maestro too. Like if we take that away, yeah. This is super reasonable, right? You could even get away with this is what I would call this a minimum because I don't like the idea of my Umas gassing out. But realistically, you could get away with it. You could get away with way less, right? I think yesterday we saw that you could get away with 700 stamina and 400 guts or something. And if that's why I had the 900 wit, right? If you could go really unaggressive on that and then pump your wit up, you could still live 2 out of 3 runs or something. But something like this is probably fine. And then you want to max out your speed. And I really don't like going under 750 power here, right? I'd probably rather even more. Let's say this wit is we probably can't hit this on gold ship, I don't think. But if we want say we wanted to do that, we need 3 speeds. And in my experience, it's kind of hard to max out gold ship speed on 3 speed unless one of your speed cards is Biko, right? So we get rid of you. We probably bring Rico. I like putting Rico in this slot usually just for my own little organization. So we have 2 kind of flex spots here. I mean, honestly, this is one of those times where I'm actually super happy to bring the King Halo power card because I actually want a power card, genuinely. And I think she's not super great being at 0 LB, but she is still just a nice little stat stick, right? She still does have the 37.5% friendship bonus or whatever. But the problem I'm seeing with this though is I'm well, where the fuck do I get my wit, right? Oh, but yeah, Hishiyama does give you Spurt, doesn't she? Yeah, that's true. Hishiyama does provide Spurt. I can maybe, yeah, because I can maybe Gambon Spurt from parents. But it's not just this by itself. It's not a horrible stat stick for power. As time goes on, I actually would like to get more dupes of this card. I think at least to 1 LB to grab that power bonus and stuff like that. Alma power can help you cover Stam. I really don't think we need it, man. I think if we're aiming for 867 stamina or something like that, if we just have Rico and even with no power card at all, with Rico and Stam Sparks, you can do that shit. I was hitting with 20% Stam growth on gold ship. It's super doable. If we're gonna bring a power card of any variety too, I think it's not necessary. The nice part about Hishiyama would be that she would give you Spurt, right? Which is very good, obviously. This means more flexibility, true. Yeah, and then yeah, the problem here becomes wit, right? The problem does become wit because you do want a high amount of wit. Okay, so I think opinions on my Oshi Tachyon for CM8. It could be good. Let me not be too mean. Okay. Nice thing for Tachyon, right, is she does have a gold recovery built in, right? Which means that you can save skill points. You don't have to buy a gold recovery. And you don't have to worry about the wit check for this either. Shouldn't be too hard for her to find some place to pop this, right? So that is nice. And it's target speed as well, right? So I do like that. You might want to late surge her, honestly. Even if you do late surge her, I don't think she'll have that much trouble hitting this. It's because most lobbies are going to have 5+ end closers, probably. So you might want to late surge her instead of pacing her, but she's fine, I think. Standard distance, unfortunately, not very useful. You don't need race planner at all. You only need 1 gold recovery here, right? So I think she can work. There is her Creek Halloween Rice. I like the fact that she can late surge pretty reliably, right? But her Creek and Halloween Rice, I just like the 3 of them because of the fact that them having this recovery built in means you don't need to save up. You don't need to save up skill points on your gold. Or rather, you can save a bunch of skill points by not having to buy a gold recovery skill, right? And it also means maybe you don't have to bring a Creek in your deck or something like that. Though in Tachyon's case, if you needed another gold recovery skill, you would just get Race Planner. But then you have to run Pace, which I'm not a super big fan of. So it's nice. It's nice. I was being a little mean to Tachyon yesterday when we were talking about it, but I think I'm not giving her enough credit for how nice it is to not have to pay the skill points, right? Is she gonna be mad reliant on a legacy's unique skill or something? I mean, not necessarily. Everyone is gonna be spamming NSM. No stopping me is on any long course is always like the primary acceleration, right? You don't have to pull for Dober. If you can borrow Dober, if you can like borrow Dober and use her ult, and if you have Ryan or something and feed her that could be good. But yeah, you know, I don't know if you have either. You don't have Dober. I don't know if you have Ryan. If you want to like give her Ryan and Dober ult, that might be nice. Otherwise, you probably just want to spam a shit ton of mid race on her to try and get away from all the end closers, so they don't just no stopping me off of you, right? But I think it's hard to run paces or fronts in CM8 unless you build the comp around the fact that you're running paces and fronts. You can't just like throw a pace chaser into your comp and expect them to do well, I don't think. Especially because it's not long enough that the inherent kind of survivability of paces, it doesn't matter, right? This isn't Gemini. It's not 3200. Yes, paces are the best at not dying, but, you know, and that's not even true anymore, honestly. It absolutely is lates now, by the way, right? Because now they have an access to a universal gold recovery skill for themselves on top of Maestro. Like, they can get Lie in Wait and Maestro. Yeah, it's lates by a country mile now, too, so. The sort of niche for paces in long is I mean, it's pretty much gone. But you can just, what you can do, again, is you can just build, like, a pace or a front, like, with angling and scheming, have a Suzuka die, slingshot them off of it, whatever. But I don't like, generally just, like, throwing one of these two into a long, unless you know what you're doing. Yeah, Taken could definitely work. She could work. I like the fact she's got speed on her ult as well. Keep in mind, this is not going to be 4 seconds. It's going to be 10 seconds, right? If they get 10 seconds of 0.25, that's going to really help her break away from that end closer pack, which is going to be very important, right? The growths are okay. I mean, 20% speed's always nice, right? But you're going to have to make sure, well, yeah, you're going to have to make sure you can just get her enough stamina, power, and wit, which are all, like, if this was like 20 and like 10 on one of these other three, you'd be having a little bit of a better time, but she works out, certainly. But yeah, so, Schmeep Schmarp. How good is that, how good is that sweep Tosho SSR at max limit break, huh? Because she's supposed to be like a 50-50? Is that right? She's supposed to be like a 50-50 on Spurt. Hello, Brick, aka the Buddha of the future. This is a pretty good stat stick, right? The problem is no initial friendship, so he's gonna have to get babysat. Yes. They're running the Tosho for Taishin. Yeah, this sucks. Like compared to bringing her instead of Biko. This is awful for sure. I hate that. But if I just keep this will be the only card that I have to babysit. I'm not gonna have this problem with anyone else, right? More often I get Spurt. Yeah, I've heard it's about a 50-50, but if it's better than that, that's awesome. But I know this for sure, but like I don't really mind this to me. Like the 48.5 for a fucking friendship bonus versus 25 here. This more than makes up for this in my head. But well, Biko has no mood effect? Is that real? I mean, it's not a huge deal, but I didn't realize she had literally 0. That's very interesting. But yeah, like this is really the big shitter about this this Tosho. But I think she might still be worth bringing just because of how. I mean, you need Spurt, right? It's gonna be really difficult for me to accept. Just hit Charming? So true! The question becomes, I guess, if I bring the sweep here, which I think I do follow someone who has the MLB sweep, I think? I did think to do that at some point. Maybe I'm wrong. There's like exactly one person in here, I think, that might have her. If not, I'll have to go find them. Really? I could have sworn I did that at some point. Why is everyone fucking... Bro, no one wants Kita-san Black. I promise. Especially not after her banner. I guess I didn't, huh? Yeah, I guess not. How do I maybe like? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I did. Okay, we'll find her then. But if I do that, who do I bring here? Is the because I mean the sweep SR is great. I mean I'm down to bring the SSR over her. The problem is who do I replace her with, right? And it's like I don't want to do you. One because you're skill hands. I mean you have right-handed. Rick, I ate another rock. You're really hungry for those potatoes, huh? Yeah, I mean, right-handed is nice, but the rest... And also, you need babysitting. I'm not super keen on, just because, yeah, none of your hints at all are useful. King Halo, I can't bring because of the power cards. Which maybe is a decent argument to not bring the power cards. Yeah, it does throw a slight wrench in the works, right? And Teo is just downright not that useful. No offense to the Go. I mean, I guess she has Nimble Nav hints. How awful are you at 2 LB, Teo? I can't imagine I'm too happy to bring you. I mean, friendship bonus is fine. Initial friendship gauge, initial speed. She comes with a power bonus, which I actually do quite like. If you bring Ama power, yeah. I do like the power bonus here, though. I mean, I'm looking for that power, and I'm going to be mostly training off speeds. Priority's pretty low, though. I mean, she's not awful, right? She's not the worst garbage you've ever seen, certainly. 50 mood effect. I mean, again, mood effect, not the biggest deal, but it's something. And her events are kind of nice, too. I like the energy, right, that you get off of all of them. This is, like, mood as well, right? Mood. We're not relying on anyone's event chain for this, right? I mean, we want curvature, probably. We want the first event of Sweep Tosho. We want the first event of yours. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal to bring an SSR. Like, I don't mind, like, clogging up the event chain. I guess it's fine. If I'm bringing Hishi Amazon, then I'm probably not bringing the Tosho SSR, right? I'm probably just gonna bring. I probably just bring Biko at that point in the Sweep SSR or SR, so it's fine. And then, I mean, wit becomes the big problem. I don't have. This is where, like, it'd be really nice to just have my own MLB Findmo or something. I just don't, though, right? So I don't know who. I mean, probably Sunday pumps out a little bit more wit by herself than Tachyon does, if I had to guess. Right? I just need a lot of. I want to hit somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 wits, but I think that might not be super doable here. Sunday for hints. Yeah, I mean, you know, sure, 1 wit bonus. You come with TE. That's whatever. 20 extra initial wit. I mean, you're pretty evenly matched, honestly. You come with skill point bonus, which I am okay to live without. I do like both of these, certainly. Yeah, I mean, it really is just you give me 20 extra wit and you have a little bit more mood effects. Might want to burst 1 or 2 times then on wit. Yeah, I think wit is probably going to be a pretty high prio for bursts, right? Wait a second. This is Gold Chip. She comes with Umastan. Oh, dude. A blunder of the century. Hold on. I'm building a deck for Gold Chip. She comes with Umastan built in, man. The problem is my my Hichiyama is only 0 LB, which I'm not a super big fan of. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't need to bring the King Halo. I'm fucking building. I forgot. It's Thanos ship, man. It's the world's greatest. Do not let this man cook. It's the world's greatest fucking horse. My bad. I forgot we were talking about Thanos ship. That's on me. I mean, I do want to bring a power card still. I want power. Like, I want high power here. Biwa has a stamina bonus with her, but I hate her events, if I remember correctly. Bourbon is just an amazing power stat stick, but doesn't really do anything too special, I think. Sweep SSR borrow angle? Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then Helios is more of a mile horse, I think, right? Yeah, you do that, which is really nice. You have the stamina bonus, which I do like, and 15 TE, right? Helios is the highest priority. Your hints, not useful. Not useful for what I'm doing. Ramp up, slipstream. You have the best hints, probably, even though a bunch of them are useless. But the thing is, I hate your events, right? Minus 10 energy, minus 20 energy sometimes. Like, why? It's so bad for Aoharu, too, right? King SR speed for the power and speed. Oh, yeah, right. We can bring the King Halo. Halo, she does what again? There's a speed bonus and a power bonus. What do you know? Yeah, okay. So that's probably, I mean, I assume I'd like that more than Teo. If I was a gambling man. Worse here, but this is nice. Sure. Ah, yeah, I mean, that's the big one, right? Yeah, okay. So we definitely dump off. Sorry, Teo. I'm afraid you've fractured your leg for the 3rd time in a year. Where is she? duplicate support. It's not true. Let me just throw Bourbon in real quick. I know I could just put King Halo here, but I like to have it organized in a certain way. Okay, don't fucking talk to me. I think we're probably going with Bourbon, so let's just do that. Halo, Halo, Halo. There she is. And then we bring the sweep. Yeah, I'm okay. I feel like quite okay with this, I think. And then we probably would only have to burst on stamina 1, 2 times or something like that. And then we could probably just throw almost all the rest of them into wit. Maybe like 1 or 2 into speed. I'm a little, yeah. We don't get right-handed or winter runner from anywhere here, right? Which is a little bit of a shame. I don't think anyway, right? None of you guys come with... I don't think you do. You come with firm conditions, yeah. Which is useful. Yeah, no. You don't... Yeah, you don't got anything... Any greens at all. Yeah, if I remember correctly. You get fucking sympathy. The sweep doesn't do anything like that, does she? She doesn't have any... No, it's all the same ones. Yeah. Just spurt. Other than Golshi, who do you think will terrorize CM8? Christmas Ogre, probably. She is gonna be out, and the track is short enough. It's just... this is like the longest track that you can reasonably do well on. Taishin, as always, yep. Any end closer. Cafe should be really, really good here as well. Dober is going to be a nightmare on that track. Dober is going to make you want to kill yourself, for sure. I forgot she was coming out soon. Yeah, in 4 days. Let's see. There's someone else I'm forgetting from yesterday, but... Yeah, Dober, Christmas Ogre, Gold Ship, Taishin, Cafe... strong end closers and, strong late surgers. Ryan herself, yeah, true. Will be less consistent, but the power is nice, right? Ryan has to have that 20% power growth. Power is really important for that CM, I think. Tamamo is coming out too late to be used in it, I think, but easiest 5 out of 5 races today? Dude, nice. Yeah, okay. Is stamina a problem? Should I bring Biwa, man? Should I bring Biwa even though I fucking hate her? Maybe I should. Maybe I should bring Biwa. I don't know, man. I just don't like this. I don't like any of that at all. I think this is a IMO skip Biwa. Yeah, I think at least try. So okay. If we're doing that, as far as parents, I think I can just use the same, probably that same Taishin parents that I've been using for like every long CM forever. This one, I think. I think they have, yeah, 8-star long, 3 here. They have a 3-star spark themselves, and it's 8-star stam. It's good enough. In case, we give ourselves a little bit of a fallback, like a 30% chance to get spurt off of the Taishin, in case Tosho fails us. So like in combination, it should be like, I don't know, very bad math, but like if Tosho's a 50-50 and this is like 2 15% or something like that, it should be like 2 in every 3 runs we get spurt or something. If you have some stam power split parents, could use that. I think we're probably fine on power. If anything, I'm more worried, like wit is the stat I feel like we're going to be falling behind on, right? I think with Gold Ship having 10% power growth and just bringing Bourbon as like this fucking stat cudgel, like not the stat fucking sledgehammer, I think we're probably fine on power. Because if we even get to around 800-ish, I'll be, obviously more is better, but like if you get to like 800 power, I'm quite happy with that, I think. The problem is I'm just like, how the fuck am I getting to any reasonable amount of wit with what I'm currently doing? But I don't know that I want to do like a stam. If I find that I'm over stamming pretty consistently. Don't forget the stat check is stam and guts. Yeah. 867 stam is like the lowest I would reasonably accept, I think. As far as guts, I don't think we're going for 600 though. I think, you just at that point you just go for 450, 500-ish just to make sure you live. But I don't think I have the luxury of going for that next guts threshold. Just get into a lobby with a guy that had a team grade of S1. Then into a race where all 3 of my Umas late started. I think getting MLB Kita-san may have put some kind of a hex on me. This is going to be a pretty sweaty CM, I think. I mean, over here, I actually don't know.
Very good odds that this person is
Echo,
incredibly
19 months.
smart
Goddamn,
and
man.
attractive.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the support, big guy. This is great too. Just like lots of longs and spurt on this as well. I mean, not great. It's fine. The 2-star here is kind of, this is standard distance, which is not super useful, right? Like a lot of the whites are not great here, but I went 5 out of 5 in losses. Damn, you know, it is what it is. What are you? Late searcher. Okay, no, I don't care. I think I'm down to start with this, and then if I find that I'm like over-stamming relatively often or something like that, maybe I'll try and find someone who has like, you know, 6-star stam, 3-star wits or something. Hydrate, great idea. What's going on, Acid? Yeah, get it out of your system, man. Oh, I haven't seen you in a year. Oh my god. It's been so long. I haven't seen you since last year. Wow. It feels like it's been it feels like it's been a year. Oh my god. How I've talked to you since last year. I get it, man. I fucking get it. I get it, okay? Okay, so that's cool. Probably the exact same. I already won anyway, still got Festival Rudolph 4 hours before banner ends. We take those. She's pretty solid here too, I think. She can definitely work for the Armakina. Probably this exact same lineup of parents for Mayano. But then, so for Mayano, she can get Spurt, but she can't get Umastan naturally, right? Let's see. Goddamn piece of shit Kiko Sashes. Did you not get the 50 from winning it from the events? What are your growths again? Stam Guts? Stam Guts. Okay, gotcha. So still no speed growth. No power growth either. So I would wager... So if deck... Okay, I guess deck 4 is for gold ship now. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Let's move over here. Let's make deck 1 gold ship. And deck 2 for... What's her face? Deck 2 for Maya. Get Bourbon on here. Get... Marvelous Sunday Time on here. There you go. And then we'll borrow the Sweep SSR. For Maya, we don't need to worry about Sweep. We probably can bring Biko. I did, but that was for Rudolph, not needed for Rudolph 2. So true, bestie. So true. I guess we can bring the Sweep Tosho SR, right, for her. King Halo, bring King Halo along for Umastan. Rico, I mean, it's just the exact same deck, but I swap out Bourbon for Halo and Tosho for Biko. Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait. No. Because she, okay. Something has to give here. Because you are not Gold Ship. You are not Thanos. And therefore, you don't come with a recovery built into your kit. Well, no, you don't, okay? People will look at you and... Okay, well, okay. Hold on a second. Okay? Because there's something I've neglected about the Aramakina. There's something I've neglected about Nakayama 2500 here, right? And that is, now I say for Sirius Symboli, for Toxic Doom Fury, so true. It doesn't start on a straightaway. So one of the very notable times where Breath of Fresh Air can fuck you, right? Both on CM6 was low-key kind of goated. No. It was low-key kind of horribly, terribly ass, I'm not gonna lie to you. But interestingly, this CM, this race course, does not start on a straightaway. So one of the most common places for Bofa to fuck you doesn't exist. It can't trigger here, right? It can only trigger on this straightaway, or on this final straightaway. Now, it's completely useless here, right? It's completely useless here, but, you know, that's 2 out of 3. That's like the best it's ever been in CM history, I think. A 66% chance for it to be good, I think, is the best it's ever been. Normally, it's closer to 50-50 because it's like, there'll be a straightaway at the end, a straightaway at the beginning, and well, a straightaway at the beginning, a straightaway at the end, and 2 straightaways in the middle, right? But this is the best it's ever been. Now, with that said, the best it's ever been is a 66% chance to be good. which is really bad, right? That's really bad. Like, when you're talking about you need this to proc at a useful time to survive, you know, it's like you, at best, you know, if you're rocking like 600-700 wit, yes, then you have like a 12.5% chance to miss this skill proc inherently. And then you have to multiply that in with the fact that 2 out of the 3 times, even when you do hit it, it's going to be worthless. So it comes out to about half the time that this is going to save you. Which isn't, you know, compare that to a skill like Maestro, where it'll save you every single time that it goes off, right? It'll save you every single time that it goes off. So, you know, Breath of Fresh Air will be good like 50% of the time, and Maestro will be good 87.5% of the time, if you know, comparing 2 horses with the same wit, right? Now, with that being said, do I have a fucking choice? Because, I'm dumb and stupid while you are smart and Hans build. What's your thoughts on Festival Dolph ult? I don't know if you're dumb and stupid. I remember I looked at it yesterday. I think I liked it, if I remember correctly. It was, it's the loose arrows, twine, whatever the fuck. Yeah. She has to be an overtake target for 2 seconds. This can be kind of a lot, but, I mean, someone within 20 meters of you has to be running, like, what is it, like 1.3 meters per second faster or something. This could happen on in the late race, right? Which is where this is gonna happen on the Armakinen. But yeah, like she has to be 4th to 1st, and someone has to be trying to overtake her, and then she gets a bunch of speeds. I think it can definitely happen, right? I mean, on CM8, for example, this is going to be 12 seconds of 0.35. It's gonna be a very good closer skill, right? So I don't think it's like insane or anything like that. But I mean, if this isn't going off, then she's probably doing pretty well, right? You can't imagine a weird middle point though, where like she's in 2nd, the guy in 3rd isn't catching up to her, but she's not catching up to 1st, and then this ult literally does nothing for her, right? Because I believe this means you have to be an overtake target. It can't be that someone else, that you are targeting someone else for overtaking, right? Yeah. So, like, it's probably a fine ult. And then, I mean, her growths, speed, like, mostly stam and then speed, wit. These can be useful for sure. She can late surge, which to me is quite nice. You can even, I mean, if you want to, you could run her end as well. And you can late surge and be, I mean, this is in the final corner, you can late surge or end close and be 4th here, right? So this is basically, like, this is strategy agnostic. You just have to be doing well in the race. I mean, this is worthless, right? You don't necessarily need, I wouldn't recommend pacing her. Probably straight descent doesn't do anything on the Armakinen. But she does get this. So if you want to bring like Zeno Rob Roy or something like that and get the gold recovery skill for lates, then she can give you hints for that through her events. Right? I think this is a secret event that she gets this from, right? Yeah. Yeah, you just have to win the Triple Crown like she did. But yeah, I think she's totally serviceable, right? That ult is gonna save you in a couple of races, certainly. Yeah, the question is, do I have the luxury of not relying on Bofa? Because what the fuck do I do? I might have to rely on Bofa as much as I hate it. I don't think it's very good, but I don't know that I have the deck building flexibility to do anything else with it. Also, one sec, my door just got flung open by the fucking wind. What the hell? I'm off to bed, have the first sub of the year. Yep. Good night, Hecko. Happy New Year, all that good shit. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I have the flexibility. This is where, I mean, you know, maybe gotta swallow both of this time. I think I might have to swallow both of these nuts. It's true. I think we can't really deviate from this too much. This is where, you know, maybe, I mean, I say maybe if I had really good Umastan parents, I would go for it, but I don't even know if that's true, man, because like even like the best case scenario of like 18-star Umastan is still like a 60% chance to get it every run, assuming they all have max affinity or something like that. That's not bad. That's like literally like the best case, like the magical best case. Whereas this is basically 100%. I don't think I've ever seen this not go off, so I do still value this highly. Oh, damn, Echo, thank you for the gifted sub, Hatsuna Miku. Much appreciated, big dog. New year, same generous Frenchman. This is for next CM. You're earning Ogre in 2 ends. Yeah, that's the plan. Is Gold Ship Maya and Christmas Ogre. Is probably late surging Christmas Ogre, is my guess. I I'm still not sure what the deck for Christmas Ogre is going to be, but she's not even out yet, so I guess we'll figure that out later. But yeah, I think I like this. I'm just not so... I want to see... I'm not so happy with my wit generation in this deck, I think. Sunday, I mean, she does good work, but he's going to need a lot of help to get us to a good wit number, I think. And I'm worried if I put too many bursts into wit that we're not going to max out speed. There's the problem with both of these end closers. What is Sunday doing here? Wit. I need wit. But I don't have my own... Like, this is the best wit card that I can bring as a stat stick. I don't have, like, a Find Mo or anything like that. I would rather have her and another wit card, but I just don't think we can fit it in. And I do think power is, like, too important on this track. So we're gonna have to do a lot of bursting. I would love to get in the neighborhood of 600 wit, like, even if we can get 550 or something like that. But I don't know if we can do that with just this. But the problem with both of these end closers, and with a lot of end closers in general, is that they don't have any fucking speed growth, man. So even, like, the triple speed here, I'm not sure if it's going to be quite enough. My hope is that I find myself, as I actually am going to be doing power clicks here, my guess is that I'm going to end up overstamming quite a lot. And then that's going to let me take some stam sparks off of my my parents and put in some, like... Probably wit sparks. Wit sparks go further than speed sparks, right? Because if you're getting like 80 wit from your inheritance or something, that's like most of like a good chunk of what you need to gain throughout the entire career. Whereas if you're getting 80 speed, I'm trying to get twice as much speed as wit, right? So just if I add an absolute value to one of the numbers, it's much more impactful to do it for wit. Though I might not have a choice because people tend to not have lots of good wit parents because I don't know, why would you? I guess. But yeah, if we can maybe drop some stam sparks or some wit sparks, I'd be quite happy with that, I think. But we'll have to see. In the meantime, let's try out these Scorpio runs. I think that's enough theory crafting. Do I remember the 3 aces? I think I have the 3 aces I was gonna bring. I think I have them actually, like, favorited, but I don't remember if I have updated it properly. Let's see. I think they should all be the ones on the carrots here. Does this look right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I remember because you got late S and that was kind of weird. Yeah, you are the survivalist. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, I think this is about right. So you, right, Taiki. I don't like running fronts. So even though I do think that probably 2 fronts and a Suzuka, or like a front, a Suzuka, and a Taiki is probably the best thing to do, but I am not really a front guy. So we will do our best. Your wit could be higher. You actually ended up overstamming a little bit on like the run that I got that was very good. You just ended up getting a lot of really good stam clicks. So I mean, I guess it's nice. You do live a murmur, which wasn't the plan, but it's a little bit of a shame otherwise. Like unless we run into a lobby with a nice nature, this is kind of a waste because I would rather you be a little faster. On the bright side, you do have Fall Runner double circle, right? So you are essentially at max speed. He's rocking like 1182 with medium S. Power is decent. Power is not the most important thing here, but you know, it's nice. The wit is what I would really like to be a little higher on her, I think. High guts-ish? I'll take it, right? The future is bright. This 1CM is probably the strongest front will ever be until they release like 4 more runaways, true. High-ish guts I'll definitely take because there is a really long final straight relative to the length of the track here on Scorpio. She has Duty of Dignity. Pulse was just the only other inherit that I could see that was kind of useful for her. Oh yeah, she has Rainy Days too. Yeah, her guts is way too high, man. This Taiki is so overstammed, right? But then it's on, prepared to pass, up tempo, double circles, straightaways, corners, and pace chaser straightaways. Lone Wolf and head on. Funny enough, didn't hit fucking curvature on this run. Kita-san just didn't give it to me. So, oops, I guess. On the bright side, I don't think this is a course that is long enough that curvature can reasonably double trigger. I don't think it happens. But it still would have been better than like pace chaser straightaways or something like that. Double circle. I definitely would have rather take it over that. Sorry, curvature is bugged. It's like the one I never get. It has happened to me very rarely, but it did happen to me on 2 back-to-back Taiki runs, and this was the second one of those that ended up being very good, that I kind of sold on being an ace outside of that. I think I'm relatively happy with this Taiki. If I can try to look into the future and predict potential issues she might run into, I think her mid-race, because she doesn't have curvature, it's a little weaker than I would, and her wit's a little lower too, right? It's a little weaker than I would like her to be, which is a little worrying because it's kind of make or break, right? Taiki needs to get to that 4th place spot, or there really is very little reason to have to have brought her, right? Now, I don't think it's going to be too terribly difficult in general, but if we run into like a super sweaty lobby with like 6 fronts and we have to try and catch up to like the 2 slowest ones before the final corner ends, I think we're gonna have a hard time, right? So that's my main concern with her, though. I think if she hits shooting for victory, I mean, her speed is high enough, her power is good, her wit's good, like she should be fine, right? But I just won't worry about her mid-race. This Ogre, I did, you know, maybe it ends up that no one ends up building them, but I did just give a nod to the idea that I think a lot of players are probably still going to be bringing Nice Nature, even though I don't think she's crazy strong anymore in the Aoharu meta, and especially on a 2,000 meter track like this. But I did decide to at least give a mild nod to Nice Nature. This Ogre is hella overstammed on purpose. I think she lives up to 3 murmurs, is what I remember testing. She's got, right, 850 stam, 520 guts, and a gold recovery skill. And honestly, it's not like she's a complete fucking loser outside of, you know, trying to live natures. Like, she is still 1150 speed with medium S, right? Power is a little low, wit's a little low, but she's got shooting victory, DLC, nimble nav, good bit of mid-race, right? It's on medium corners, pace chaser corners, both double circled, head on, right? Straightaways, and again, nimble nav to Gambon. She's got turf S as well, notably, right? As well as medium S. So like, she's not like, it's not like she's a fucking loser outside of her stamina. But mostly she's there to be quite powerful if someone does bring a nature. And then, yeah, Ryan is a, I mean, gambling late surger, sure, but also I did try to get as much. You can get away with really low stamina on late surgers. I mean, they just don't die, right? They just fucking live. This Ryan does survive most of the time, as far as I'm aware. She also just ended up with late S, which honestly is kind of great. This is not something that I usually care about too much, as you shouldn't, right? It's definitely the 3rd priority. Distance S being top, surface S being 2nd, and then style S being the 3rd most important, if you have to pick one. But she did end up with late S, which means, you know, effectively, when we're talking about her on those downhill checks, on those pace-up checks, stuff like that, this wit is like 10% higher, which is quite nice. But yeah, like, pretty good power, enough stamina and guts to live, high speed with medium S, and she's got as much mid-race as I could fit on her in that run anyway. Curvature, Rising Dragon, Ramp Up, Pilfer, Double Circle, Medium Corners, and Straightaways. And then she's got Nimble Nav. You got Pulse here too. But yeah, then just like Redshift, Nimble Nav, and Iron to Gambon. I think I'm relatively happy with this team. I think there's something I could point at on every single one of them and go, I wish this was a little better, I wish this was a little better, I wish this was a little better. But I think I'm happy enough. We always put Ogre in... yeah, you're running at the pace, right? Because you have Gormand. We always put Ogre in the pole position spot because that's my daughter. You go late. Yeah. Okay, seems good. Let's see. I'm curious to see. I think we are still in the relatively... I think we did... we're still in the relatively sweaty window, like the first hour or so. Worst case, if it ends up going horribly, I'll just secretly queue at like midnight tomorrow when no one who's really trying that hard is online. Yeah, okay, so see that right there, that top team was 3 fronts or Cookie Ninja. Front. Oh, yeah, 2 fronts and a Taiki. Uh-oh. What are that? Is this 3 triple? Oh, 3 S plus horses, huh? Don't forget the friendship points shop refresh. Ooh. There's a nice nature in here. That's curious. But yeah, this is 3 S plus horses. That's cool. That's cool. Triangle comp? Yeah. Let's take a look at these. I am curious. 1200!
いい感じに気合が乗っていますね。逃げを打ってこの子のペースに持ち込めれば
Turf S, medium S? What the fuck? Angling Tokyo Racecourse, so she's definitely not dying. I need her to get murmured, man. Groundwork, yeah, early lead. No taking the lead, kind of cringe. What are all these skills? It's on, up tempo, tail held high, all I've got, curvature, adept, medium, straightaways, fronters. Okay, yeah. Nah, for sure, man, for sure. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. This guy has his own MLB Biko, and he brought an MLB Fine Motion that he borrowed. Yep. That sounds about right. God damn. Low-key free-to-play if they planned it? Maybe. Regardless. Oh my god, man. What the fuck am I looking at? Subarashi indeed, man. Speedstar, yeah. And then the 1200. Oh, man. Might have to queue in the AM. I might have to wait. We might have to do a run. We might have to do a run, man. If this is the kind of shit that I'm seeing, this isn't my fault, man. This is the kind of shit we're seeing. We might have to do this. This is the scariest lobby I've ever seen. What the fuck? I might have to do this 5, and then we might have to do like a couple runs for Sagittarius and come back. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I think the other guy was not terribly scared. This is funny though. Perfest, medium S, pace S. That's really funny. They run a nice nature. My only hope, actually, my only hope is that this nice nature somehow, you're the scariest contestant ever. I need her to hit, I need her to hit them with Murmur and Eyes, and then I think my Ogre can win, right? The Fells in the Brick Court has got the freest lobbies I've ever seen, though. Thank you for tanking this for them. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, this Rudolph could be. I don't like this width though, personally. Right? This Rudolph might die. No, probably not. No, probably not. Oh, she has Maestro. Oh, never mind. No, she's totally fine. Yeah. No, she's totally fine. Dominator. I don't know, man. I mean, over-indexed on power. Yeah, too much power for sure. Right? I would much rather see this be like 300 power less and 300 width more or something like that. But sure, let's see. I basically, I think my only hope, this is triple debuffer. It's double Dominator and, oh, no Dominator on the Grass Wonder. That's weird. Grass Wonder with no Dominator. I thought it would be. Grass's pace? Oh, you're right. Yeah, Grass is running pace. Yeah. I'm gonna be curious, man. Well, I will say. Oh, okay. Yeah, my guess is that because of the way this lobby is set up, my guess is that this Taiki is gonna win, right? However, if we get the world where the nice nature gets both of her debuffs off at the perfect time, then I think my Ogre can take this, right? I think my Ogre can beat. Because this Rudolph and this Grass Wonder will both survive. They will both survive. Well, they will get hit by a debuff anyway, but like they're not gonna die. But I think my Ogre can beat these two. These two would die if they got hit by like somehow. If they got hit by like Murmur and the Gaze. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. This is one of the most fucked up lobbies I've seen, for sure. Yeah. Number 1, 2, and 3 favorite. Who's surprised? Yeah, the Maru is spooky too, right? But the Taiki, I think the Taiki is definitely the big problem here. But the lobby is also set up so that Taiki will not have a very hard time at all getting to victory. I was really for a second. I was so confused as to why the Grass Wonder was keeping up. I'm like, what's happening? Right, the Grass Wonder's pace. I'm so not used to that. Excuse me, where are my velocity skips? There you go. I'm requesting some mid-race velocity. Like you're a little far behind there, girl? Like you're kinda lagging? You're lagging a little bit there, girl? Grass Wonder Sweep, the strongest pacer? For real. She does have pace S, I guess. Yeah, no curvature for me. I'm a loser. Oh, this Taiki is... Yeah, this Taiki's gonna do some freak shit here, I think. We just gotta fall behind, though. This Taiki is, I think, yeah, she's gonna do some freak shit. Oh, wait. Oh, Saiyan got her ult, too, though. Hold on. Wait, this Grass Wonder is kind of doing... She's going nuts, no? Oh, Maru is actually going to take it. Oh, did she get... Did they get all seeing eyes? Yeah, I don't know if this pulse is going to matter. I don't know if this pulse is going to matter, Ogre. I'm sorry. Yeah, Taiki fell too far behind to actually get her ult. Right? Couldn't quite keep up. Maru! Okay. Honestly, I would have expected the Taiki to take it. They also, I mean, it was a 1-2-3 by the, the triple. I mean, we got 4th, right? Oh, no, it wasn't. Wait. Who was the 3rd guy that, Oh, the Saiyan. What? Oh, the Saiyan died! The Saiyan got hit by all-seeing eyes. Right. Yeah. The saying got hit by all-seeing eyes and died. That's what happened. Yeah. I needed that to happen to you too. You both of you guys dodged it, I think. 156.2. Yeah, it's a bit too good, I think. This Grass Wonder though, I will say, this Grass Wonder mogged me, right? I actually do. I guess she didn't get hit by the Dominators. This might be like partially the Dominator diff. Oh, she popped NSM actually. She might have. I didn't see that. Has got a group with Summer, Special Week, El Condor Pasa, and Medjero Dober. Is this team good? Sure. I don't know too much about Summer Special Week, but Pasa and Dober are both definitely strong here. Yeah, this Grass Wonder kind of mogged me. I think she might have popped NSM. I didn't actually catch it. But that would be my guess. Yeah, Taiki didn't get her ult off, which is pretty sad. Dude, what the hell, though? Yeah, that 156-2. I don't even... I don't know you can fucking do shit like that. Straight up freak shit. Straight up freak shit, I tell you what. Running a Grass Wonder on my team, she does just diff everyone with good RNG sometimes. I guess so. I don't even know what her ult does, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, Discord watch party, I've let you down. But I mean, what the fuck was I supposed to do about that lobby, man? But yeah, again, that Grass Wonder was... I just got mocked. Everyone's on fucking bad mood, man. What the hell? This looks less demonic. Dave! What's a speed closer skill? Gotcha. What are we rocking this time? Agnes Jackie on. Again, a little over-indexed into power. I mean, and stamina. You're Agnes, right? Bofa and U equals MA squared. This Tachyon is like... This Tachyon is living like 17 murmurs, right? I'd be in a bad mood too after that lobby. Valid. Little over-indexed on Stam. But you know. Oh, this, yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, she's totally fine. Yeah, again, wow, yeah, she's got way too much stam. Again, speed's a little low. I mean, good amount of tactical tweak. I don't actually know this towards the back mid race. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be. I mean, if there's a lot of fronts, I guess it could work. Sure. Then there's the Ogre. The Ogre is 1200. I mean, that's cool. She has she has got 2 golds, so she won't die. Funny enough, you might look at 723, but like I think you might have been fine with 1 gold recovery here, unless if you're building her to survive a nature, I guess. Then sure. Okay, I don't think like you know things can always happen, but I don't think those 3 are particularly terrifying. This Suzuka is going to be an unchallenged runaway, right? So that could be interesting. Yeah, this Suzuka is going to be an entirely unchallenged runaway, so I am curious to see how that goes. Taiki looking solid, no BDMS, the aka glue. There's going to be a lot of pace chasers, right? Maestro, not a lot of mid-race on her, which I'm quite happy to see. We should be able to, hopefully, if we don't get fucked, we should be able to keep her back. Happy New Year break, haven't seen you since last year. Yes. Oh, Rudolph with medium S. Right. A little bit better on the speed as well. Looking probably fine stamina-wise, honestly, with the standard distance and corner recovery. She's late surging too, so even without the corner recovery, she's probably fine. Okay. I think our odds are probably decent here, actually. That Suzuka could be scary. But I think there are decent odds that Taiki can get into position to ult here. And if she does, I trust her to just kind of kill the Suzuka, if I'm being real with you. And I mean, there are also just enough pacers that Ryan can do some freak shit if she can catch up to one of them. I guess there is a slight worry that Taiki ends up in second, actually, which would be horrible. I don't want her to get too good of RNG on her mid race, I guess. Because we only have the one front runner, right? Our real team is Ogre Cap, Air Move, Medjero Dober, I think. Yeah. Hey, Taiki, what you doing, man? Why shall we fall so far behind? Okay, third is ideal. Stay behind Rudolph the Ogre, that's okay. Third, fourth. Ogre, no. Ogre, don't do it to her. Ogre, oh god, Ogre, no. Ogre, stop being so base. Okay, good. It's so tenuous. Ryan is not getting sick. There we go. Medium corners, double circle. That's a good one. Oh, Taiki, move! Okay, good.
大欅を越え4コーナーへこの直線で勝負が決まるぞまだ差がここから先頭を捉える
up tempo, compared to Pat. Okay, this is good. She should be fine now. Yep, okay. And I think this was Ogre in 4th? Maybe not. Was Ryan in 6th? Did I catch that right? Show up this. No, it was Ogre in 6th. Right? Yeah. So we're counting on Taiki to do the Lord's work here. Let's see.
最終コーナーを曲がって最初に駆け
In
抜けてき
second,
た
she
の
just
は
has to catch up to that Suzuka.
残り400追い上げてくるかまだ
Which I
2馬
think
身
she
後ろ
can do. Oh,
抜け
she
出したの
not.
はサイレンス鈴鹿だが後続も追いすがる先頭は依然サイレンス鈴鹿
Oh,
5
wait.
番待機シャトル並びかけてきた
Oh, it's-
残り200
I can't tell. Oh, I think we're behind. Yeah.
足色は衰えない5番待機シャトル譲らない5番待機シャトルと1番待機シャトル2人並んでゴールイン
I think we got it, right? Did we get it? I think Pulse. I think Pulse literally made the difference. Yeah? I think number 5 I think was us. Yeah, Pulse literally made the difference. Well, you know what? I just kind of threw that Pulse on like I just don't have a second inherit that I really care about, right? I don't know if I assume my mic cut off when I fucking did that scream. I literally I did like a high pitched scream at the very end, last couple seconds there. Hey, 157.6. That's not a bad time. Okay, this other Taiki was just kind of on demon time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Suzuka couldn't quite keep it up, right? So you know what I mean? These lobbies are crazy competitive sometimes. Like, I'm not crazy. This is a pretty good time, right, Vade? Nose head. What the hell? Hey, listen, it's not the 156.2 that the fucking Maruzensky hits, but what the fuck am I supposed to do about that? All right, that's a pretty good time, I think. But yeah, we barely got it. We got nose and head. Yeah, Suzuka couldn't quite keep it up. Ogre, she kind of died, but you know, her goal is not to win these races. Her goal is to win when nature's here. Seen a lot of nose head today. It's been a nail biter. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Despite the demon lobby, maybe we're gonna be okay. Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I am curious. Just don't show me another triple S plus team. Biwa Hayahide. What the fuck do you even do? Normal mood across the board. Okay, cool. I don't even know what this horse does, actually. Well, Biwa Hayahide. I already got to Group A. Nice. Congrats. Let's see. Let's take a quick scope of the comp. Holy lore accurate Tachyon. What the fuck? What? 467 stamina? Hold on. Huh? I mean, I know you've got U equals MA squared, but I don't think that's enough. I mean, standard distance. You got U equals MA squared and 3 whites, but I don't know if that's enough, right? I mean, she's got 1,000 wit, so that's gonna help her be really efficient with it on the downhills. I think this Tachyon just dies though, right? Because I mean, these recoveries are more effective the more stamina you have. Because the way recoveries work is that you have your stamina at the start of a race converts into an HP pool based on how much stamina you have, and then when people say like, oh, 5.5%, it's 5.5% of a gold recovery, or U equals MA squared in this case, is 5.5% of your HP pool gets given back to you, right? So like, the more stamina you have, the more HP you have, the more HP you get back with the recoveries. So, I mean, I kind of, like, they've got really high wit, good guts, I guess, and like, you know, basically 2 golds on like 3, like a U equals MA square and the 2, like the 3 whites, assuming they pop all of those. The Rosy Outlook is not a good one, is it? No, okay, never mind. It's I thought it was a different one. So like, but I think she's just dead, right? She just has to die. There just can't be any way. She has essentially 507 stamina with 2 golds. There can't be. It's more for front. Rosy Outlook, yeah. And she's a pacing, right? She is pacing, isn't she? Yeah. There are 8 there's no front runners actually. Someone's gonna get picked to be the front. I really hope it's not my Tachyon. Okay, that Takyon's really funky. Biwa Hayahide, more normal looking stat line so far. She does die without a gold recovery though, which she has. Oh, she has 2 of them. What the hell? Okay, so this Tachyon has like not nearly enough stamina. This Biwa has too much, I think. Okay, cool. fine.
バルたちは強力ですが
Good stat line
構
otherwise
想
though,
を期
right?
待し
And
た
then
い
a
ですね
Taiki.
6番人気は8番
What the hell,
タイキシャトル
man? This guy is
Rival
cooking
たちは
some.
強力
You
です
know what,
が
man? Watch me say all
構
this
想を
shit.
期待し
I
たい
mean,
で
this
すね
Taiki has a little bit
長
more.
くいい足を
You
使え
got
る
double
持
circle
久
rainy
力が
days?
この子の魅
I
力で
just
す
don't.
ね
There's no gold recovery. This Taiki's dead as hell, right? Okay. Like the Agnes, you could at least be like, well, she's got a gold recovery built in. There's nothing here, right? This Taiki has.
アグネスタキオ
I mean, I'm a big proponent of, you know, you need a lot less stand than you think in this game often, but there's no way this can be enough, right? There's just no way you can get away with this and corner recovery. This Taika has a 97% spurt rate if corner recovery and stamina to spare procs. That's insane, right? I guess, again, it's the really high wit, and she does basically have 2 golds, right? This Taiki I'm more worried about, honestly, because you don't have U equals MA squared here. You just have 2 whites and 581 stamina, right? And your wit is horrible too. Yeah. This Taiki's gonna die for sure.
8番タイキシャトル
This, you know what? It is really inspiring, honestly, to hear that this Tachyon, I mean, she needs to hit all of her recoveries for sure, but yeah, you need a lot less stamina in this game than you might think, right? Now, you know, most, like, probably still a good half the time this Tachyon's gonna die, but it's cool, right? It's cool to see. We'll see, man. Maybe this Tachyon, you know, honestly, I'd be down to just have this Tachyon win. This Taiki, I think, has no chance at all. What if this Tachyon just won the race? Wouldn't that be dope? Okay, and then the other guy is bringing a Mayano. 666 stamina, 666 What are these lobbies? Tachyon has a 94% survival rate? That's crazy. Even in the soft terrain? That's crazy to me. Yes, sir. What do you know? Why am I getting literal demon lobbies? Round 1 lobbies? No, I'm getting the fucking devil's number on the Mayano, man. 666 stamina and how do you even do this? I assume on accident, but okay, cool. Sure, I don't think I'm that scared of this Mayano. He's running pace as well. Daiwa. 620, 433. Okay, so this Daiwa dies, I think. Now I was gonna raging demon you, and this Spez just not very okay. I don't think I am super scared of this team, honestly. Yeah, use a sim. I guess it's the power of 2 golds, right? I think this team is not very scary at all. Really, the only other horses that I'm even scared of is like this Biwa is just like solid, I guess. And then maybe this Taiki can do some shit. Right? Maybe this Taiki can do some shit. I don't know, man. There are a lot of paces here. I really hope my Taiki doesn't get picked as the front runner. That'll be like a pretty bad thing to happen here for sure. Because we have no front, so someone's gonna get picked as the front, right? Oh, is it me? Dude, 1 and 8. Don't do this to me. Oh my god, it did happen. Yeah, of course. Of course, man. Yeah, why the fuck not? 1 and 8. My Taiki gets picked as the front runner. Sure. Alright, Ogre, it's all you. Pop that shooting for victory.
2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは8番待機シャトル向こう上面に入って先頭から
Lucky pace? Yeah, super lucky. I feel really lucky right now. This is how Tachyon wins? Yeah, man. That's true. You know what, actually? In the name of cinema, maybe this is a good thing. This did open the doors wide open. I don't think this Tachyon could have beat my Taiki even if she did live, right? But the doors are wide open now. I think Ogre might just beat her on stats, honestly, even if she lives. Wait, Ogre's too far ahead? Oh, okay. I was like, Ogre has to pop. Wait, the other Taiki's still. Oh, this Taiki's dead anyway. It doesn't matter. DDLC. Doki Doki Literature Club calls. Oh my god, she's too far ahead, man. The Taiki fucking died. Okay, well, she got head on at least. Taiki! No! Not like this, man. Not like this. Pulse, do something. There's no way. There's no fucking way, man. You can't do this to me. Oh my god, it's attacking on sleep. It was really good. It was really good. Oh, man. I love that. I love losing on a 1 and 8. Thanks, man. Let it out, big cat. What the fuck am I supposed to say, man? I mean, listen. The Tachyon having the fucking stamina limit, that's just inspiring, okay? That's just lore accurate Tachyon. She had it calculated down to the fucking stamina point. Why the fuck? It's a 1 and 8. There were 8 paces. You could have picked my Ogre. It's totally fine. In fact, I might have given her a better chance to win. You could have picked my Ogre. You could have picked anything else. Why the fuck was my Tachyon the front runner, man? Or not my Tachyon, my Taiki. It's the only way I could have lost that. The only way I could have lost that. Right? Yeah, and Ogre got too far ahead, didn't pop shooting for victory. Oh my god. The Tachyon lives with 65 HP. Calculated, man. She even calculated the fact that in this race, I just got, like, every single fucking bad piece of RNG that could have happened. Ogre got too far ahead. Tachyon was picked as the front runner. Ryan was in 7th when the late race started, by the way, not 6th, but she was close. We just got nothing. We got nothing that could have gone our way, went our way. And everything that could have gone that Tachyon's way went her way, man. I think she, she earned it. She earned it. Shout out. Sometimes games gotta respect game. I'm not even mad that the Tachyon won. I'm mad that I lost. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mad that everything went wrong for me. That Tachyon winning is cinema. Like, that Tachyon winning is absolute cinema. I'm just mad that it fucking I had to get fucking kneecapped by the RNG gods for it to happen. Great mood on Taiki. That's cool. Gold City. Let's see. What are we dealing with here? Nice nature, sure. Rice. Actually, is this an ace nice nature? I just realized when looking at these stat lines. I can't tell, honestly. Gold City. This rice, I assume, has cooldown. Cooldown? No, that's cool. Determined descent. Okay. Fine. Don't worry about it. I think that rice is gonna die, guys. I don't think this rice. I don't know. I don't think this rice lives. Call me crazy. Okay. And then the Suzuka is Suzuka. It's a runaway. Sure. That's fine. No groundwork? Maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, cool. And then another nice nature. Oh, shit. Okay, hold up. This might be Ogre's chance to shine. Gold to shitty. Oh. A little underwitted. A lot underwitted, I would guess. A lot underwitted. Sure. And then another runaway? No! This is a front runner Suzuka. This is not a runaway. So we do have an unchallenged runaway Suzuka on the other team. But how much stamina did she have? Oh, she just fucking dies, right? Oh, okay. This one he's gonna explode. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Got it. Okay, so this one's just gonna explode. I mean, I don't even know, right? I guess the double nice natures could cause problems. I don't think you live if you get murmured, right? I think we're probably. I feel like we're probably fine. Taiki's gonna die. I think this is just. I think this is probably fine for Ogre to just go and win. I think. But we'll see. This is why I built Ogre, is for lobbies to look exactly like this with 2 nice natures in them. But one of those natures doesn't even have all-seeing eyes, for what it's worth. We will see. We shall in fact see. What does Gold City do? I don't know. I should know, probably. I don't know, though. I have no idea. I haven't the foggiest, I feel. Rice Shower. The Rice Shower will die. The runaway Suzuka will die. The frontrunner Suzuka? I don't know. I assume with no one to spot struggle with, she will have some trouble. Oh yeah, she might also die to the murmur, I just realized. Yeah, very true. I think Taiki lives that one murmur. If Taiki gets hit with another debuff, she almost certainly dies. I think she lives one murmur like 80% of the time or something, depending on like downhill RNG and stuff like that. So if it's just that one murmur and she doesn't get hit by all-seeing guys, I think she's fine. She is in. They're both of my pacers are in shooting for victory range. Oh wait, I'm getting too far ahead. Taiki, slow down. Taiki, slow down! Fucking Doki Doki Literature Club, man. What am I supposed to do, man? It's okay. I mean, that runaway Suzuka's dead. Ogre can tank all-seeing guys here if it happens. This might just be a 1-2, honestly. Yeah, all seeing guys. Oh, didn't even hit us. Okay, yeah, it's a 1-2. That's fine. Might be a 1-2-3. I don't know what Ryan's doing back there. Yeah, Ogre, I think, will just has, like, way too much stamina here. So even if Taiki dies, Ogre's totally fine. Cinema? 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 Oh, okay, no, Taiki. Taiki takes it. Okay, okay. That was without her popping shooting victory either. I mean, it was just outside of the nice natures, that was just a very weak lobby, right? So she didn't even need shooting victory. She just got head on and won. Very interesting. Oh, it was a 1-2-3, yeah. I mean, yeah. Not the strongest lobby you've seen, for sure. Alright, and now, with us one win, so we had the fucking god of Uma Musume, like the 3 goddesses were in our first lobby. We got literally, we just ran into Agnes Tachyon in the middle of her anime arc. That's my bad, right? It was like the climax of her like 12 episode core for her anime that's not airing yet. So that's fine, right? The universe aligned for her to win. That's cinema. It's okay. Now we're just gonna get like another triple S+ lobby, aren't we? And I'm just gonna get fucking cooked. And I'm gonna have to try again later. I imagine. We'll see. Or maybe we get another freebie. Could be. You never know, right? This has been the biggest variation in lobbies I've ever seen. Yeah, UG lobby. I got the one guy who got the fucking UG. Halloween Creek. Interesting. Almost some Oshi PvP. Ogre bad mood is fine. Taiki great mood is awesome. Go to the ship. Turena. I like this guy's name is Hoodied. Okay. There's a Maru here, which is scary, right? Maru is always a little freaky for sure. It's quite strong here. Okay, I mean, low wit on the gold ship, burning spirit speed. Okay, overstand gold ship with burning spirit speed. Halloween Super Creek, they trained her wrong on purpose as a joke. She doesn't do anything. But I mean, stats are fine, right? She should be. Oh, wit's a little low, I guess. No medium S glue, etc. Okay, sure. Nothing like outlandish about it anyway. This rice is a little slow. Cooldown determined descent. Okay. Yeah, I don't think. Okay, I don't think this rice is super worrisome. I'm worried about you. What are you doing? Oh, okay. I think this Maru Zensky dies, right? I think this Maru just dies. There's no way she lives with this and like this low of wit. And yeah. I mean, Unrestrained is really, really good here. Like, you know, if she pops Unrestrained and her low and bad mood, yeah, if she like she's gonna pop Unrestrained and her ults, but I think she's just not gonna make it, right? Another Agnes Jackion here to steal my soul. Let's see. It could happen. I mean, it could happen, right? As the Maru dies, Agnes pops NSM off of her. This Tachyon could definitely kill me, man. Her wit is low though, so you might just even miss it, even if she gets there. Tachyon, no wit. It's not lore accurate. You're safe. Yeah, I don't think this is anime Tachyon, I will say. This isn't the lore accurate anime one that we raced earlier. I definitely would imagine that we are favorited to win here, but we'll see. Why'd they give her so many recoveries? It's true, actually. Yeah, because at least the other one had 500 stamina. You're like hella overstammed, right? All right, man. Sure. That Tachyon is inspiring, man. You can really get away with understanding way more than you think, right? It's not even understanding. She just lives. You just gotta do the math. I mean, if this is like one of those lobbies where like if Taiki gets shooting victory, there's like nothing that can beat her here, right? If not, I feel like I'm relatively confident in Ogre as well to just win here. A little hard for Ryan to end up in a good position here, I think, but she could pass one of the slower ones. Oh, that Rudolph is pacing. I haven't realized. What the hell? Rudolph is in fact pacing. Well, Taiki's in position. Oh, yeah, he still is, but it's tenuous. I would love for this Rudolph to pass my Ogre. Rudolph, run! Run like the wind! Run like the goat of the sport that you are! Rudolph, run! Oh, wait, no, I was talking to Rudolph! Taiki, I was talking to Rudolph! Okay, that's good. Why'd you go up to... Okay, this is 3-4. This is perfect. I'm 100% confident you can't win career with Rice Shower. Either guest do more grinding for hours to get perfect parents. I've been at this for days. What? Taiki! Oh, the Maru died! Oh, fuck, the Maru died! She died way too early! Okay, well, Ogre's gonna get shooting victory, or she should, anyway. Oh, she missed the witch check. Which she did? What the hell? Which she did? Oh, we got, oh, amazing. Okay, we got overtake. This is perfect, actually. Yeah, we get the full ult. Nah, okay, Taiki should just clean up now. Yeah, I don't. Wait, Rice Shower? Hold up. Rice Shower? The 900 speed Rice? There's no way, right? The 900 speed Rice is gonna mog me? I don't think so. Am I missing something? Why was that so close? What the hell? Also, hello, Insane Alpha Beta. Why was that so close? I think Rice died? But why was... Did she have NSF or something? I'm not gonna lie to you. I absolutely discounted that Rice Shower. I just looked at her stats and said there's no way. Huh? Determined Descent doesn't do anything here, right? What happened? Wait, what does this racetrack look like again? Did she hit Determined Descent at a good time or something? Because I mean, once we were all at speed, we passed her, right? As you expected. But like, why did she keep it so close for so long? Yeah, what the hell? What was that? Long S? I don't know what is happening. I mean, again, she fell, but like as we got, I think this is just a product. Okay, you know what this is? I know what this is. This is just a product of the track being short, right? Once we got to top speed, like you saw, Ogre was like fully running her down, right? Like Ogre was catching up to her very quickly. But I think it's just a product of it being a 2,000 meter. We weren't at top speed for that long, right? Yeah, like Ogre was like this close to passing her, even though she started way further behind. It's just that, again, she, like, her top speed is quite low, but I think she just, yeah, the acceleration went well for her, I suppose. I don't know how, though. She doesn't have anything to do it. I mean, this is a velocity skill, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she was Blue Rose closing my ass, I suppose. Anyway, that was horrifying. What the fuck? I should never do these on stream ever again, I think. That was like the weirdest 5 races I've ever had, I think. Back to back to back like that? What the hell? I almost lost to a Rice with cooldown and long S. Content though? It's called content? I would rather this shit just be easier, man. What the fuck? Okay, so because like we had like, again, like literally the 3 goddesses were in my lobby in the first race. There's like nothing we could do about that. Right? And then free win, and then Agnes Tachyon in the middle of her anime climax episode, and then free win, kind of, I guess. But the other one was like free win in parentheses, I'm fucking shitting my pants. My lord. And now it's an honor to nearly lose to that sweet pea Rice Shower. Is this how Hono Bourbon felt, man? Is this how Medro McQueen felt, trying to triple sweep the Tenno show? Is that like I understand the aura now, you know, the fucking Rice Shower with the fucking Sans Undertale? I get it now, I understand. This Ryan, by the way, isn't doing anything, I think. Maybe it was a bad idea to I mean, she just doesn't have enough. She has a good amount of mid-race, but I think she just needed even more, maybe. Maybe even worth like getting rid of Pulse and putting like another mid-race skill on her or something like that. She's just not doing anything, right? It's been entirely the, I mean, Ogre and Taiki show. I guess we'll just keep going. Why not? Collect our carrots. Should try hitting 6. Hope that helps. Dude, fuck. You know what? I'll tell her that immediately after this race. I think that's actually a huge change of strategy for us. Yeah. He almost did. Again, by the way, just so you know how, like, blessed by God that Agnes Tachyon was. Rice Shower was like, or not Rice Shower, my Ryan was like in 7th, this close to 6th. On that final corner, she just didn't get it. She didn't get it, right? Again, everything lined up for that Agnes Tachyon. Uh-oh. Uma. S. Okay, good times. Medjuro Dober. Oh, no. Why? What's with the first race of these always just being God himself descending from the heavens to eat me? Wow. I mean, this is a bad S rank. I will say. Incredibly, you've seen worse. Yeah, it's like not a good S rank for this at all. What the hell? I feel like I could be a little mean to you because you're like your horses are so strong. But like what? Why? This is like the worst way you could concoct an S rank for this, I think. I don't mean to be mean. I'm just like genuinely. I mean, this person, you know, they're doing fine, right? Yeah, this Dober's gonna eat me alive, so don't worry about it. Like they're not. I'm not like punching down here. But this gold chip's really weird and not very good for this. I don't think. What the hell? Okay, this is just their like Gemini gold chip. Right? It's got lazy, right? This is literally their gold chip from Gemini. They just put back. No, you couldn't have gotten these stat lines in URA. Well, with this low of wit and guts, maybe you could have. Yeah. This must be just their Gemini gold chip that they've put back. Libra carryover? I think this is a Gemini carryover. This is overstamped for Libra. Dead ass. This is actually a Gemini carryover. For real, for real. Cool. Okay, I don't think I'm too worried about that gold chip. This Dober is probably gonna eat me. Probably gonna die. Yeah, she lives. And her ult may very well end my life. Libra ace? I think it's a Gemini ace. I think that's. I mean, if this is a Libra ace, it's not a very good one. Okay, cool. And then Halloween Rice. What the hell? Okay, this must be a Libra. You know what? It is a Libra because you weren't out for Gemini. This must be a Libra ace then, because this is a Libra ace too. You weren't around for Gemini, so cool. Okay, well that Dober is gonna cook me and eat me though. I think. I don't think I'm super happy about her being here. Sure. There's a world where she can't get the 5th. She doesn't have Ryan ult at least. We pray Dober rushes and sucks shit. Yeah, she could get rushed, or she could. I mean, she might not get the 5th either, though, right? She has to catch up to the slowest pace to get 5th here. Okay, cool. And then we have the other team. Air Guruvu. You need a recovery. Like, I don't know, with corner recovery and this much guts, I think you probably. Oh, you're a late surgeon? Anyone want to run this through a sim real quick? You're like on the borderline. Late surges can live with not very much, but I think this is not quite enough. I think you need like another white or something. I assume this air groove's gonna die more often than not. Though no medium S, that'll help. He's gonna use up a little bit less on the last spurt, right? Rice Shower. 600 guts. Shatter proof. Okay, cool. And then Summer Maru, frontrunner. Yeah, I mean this is scary, right? Though. Okay. You might die as. Oh, I didn't mean to back out. That Maru might die as well. I don't think a front can live on that little stam and 1 white. If you were a late surger, maybe. She's not gonna spot struggle with anyone, so that's something. But they are also just not quite as efficient with it, right? I don't know, man. We'll see. That Dober could absolutely fuck me. That Maru, if she lives, could fuck me. The Air Groove, if she lives, it you know, has some gas to her as well. But this is one where I would look at this and go that, you know, we should have a pretty solid shot here, I think. Despite it seeming initially like a bit of a demon lobby. Yeah, because like my Ogre is 5th, so like, I don't know. Dober could do it, but I think it's going to be hard for, I think there's too many paces in fronts here. I think Dober and Ryan are going to be way better in the next CM, where there's going to be way more backliners. And it'll just be a matter of fighting with your own pack. As of right now, they have to catch up to the slowest pace, which is kind of hard to do. Right? Oh wait, no, 6! Oh, there's sorry. No, it's totally fine. He's in 6th. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's 5th or 6th. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Right. I forgot. It's not 5th. It's 5th or 6th. Wait, maybe she's rushed? She's kind of moving. Maybe she's rushed. If she's rushed, we're chill. Wait, Taiki, slow down. Taiki, slow down. Taiki, slow down. Wait, Ogre, pass her. Pass her? Ogre? Yeah, what? No, Ogre? Doki Doki Literature Club? Fucking help me. Oh, okay, good. We still get it. Just in time. Ogre pops your victory and passed her. I think Maru's gonna die, right? Dober popped her ult though? What? Proof? Wait, Dober did not pop her ult. I think she did get rushed. I think that's why she caught up to the back so well. Pulse? That, you know what? I did say that Air Groove, if she lives, has some horsepower to her. I didn't realize she would though. I really thought she would just die. Yeah, Air Groove. Okay. My bad. Dober did ult. I saw it. Interesting. Horsepower? Yeah. Air Groove. Okay. All right, Air Groove. I see you, Air Groove. I'm a little surprised, honestly. Oh, NSM. I see. Did she pop NSM? Did anyone see that? I was like, even if she did live, I just didn't think she quite had the horsepower to win. But it must be this, right? She must have gotten, she must have hit the NSM. It's a gamba, but if it works, it works, right? If it works, it works. Not bad. Not bad. I have to assume she hit NSM there. It's not the most consistent thing, but I mean, if it fucking hits, it's a 0.4 Excel. Air Groove really underrated, TBH? Sure. Groove popped NSM? Yeah, okay. That makes sense then. It was still close. It was very close. But that explains why she was such a competitor. NSM, very, very strong acceleration skill, right? Rice Shower, Mihono Bourbon, Suzuka, Nice Nature. 3 front, 3 pace, 3 late. Interesting. Okay. Well, we don't have to worry about Taiki being too far ahead now. In fact, she kind of needs to be front of the pack to even get her ult at all. Bad mood sucks. Sure. 5番人気です。Bourbon. Okay. Not the scariest front runner I've ever seen. Certainly. What's with all the rice? I don't know, honestly.
7番人気 6番マルゼンスキー
Okay, so you're probably dead for sure. I think these could live for sure, depending on how well they roll wit. The Suzuka is a runaway, yes? Yeah, but there's no shot. She's just gonna kill herself. She doesn't need to spot struggle anyway. This is not enough stand for a runaway. Oh, 648 guts? I still don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. If she lives, she'll be fine, but... and then there's a nice nature here, though. I mean, obviously, if the nature it's a murmur, then the Suzuka is gonna explode. Oh, she doesn't have it. Oh, she has just regular murmur. I see. Pace? Hey, what's all the pace debuffs? Hit the front runners. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Might be an ogre angle. Ryan has unruffled and beeline burst. Gotcha. Okay. I accidentally right-clicked again. My fat-ass finger falling on the right-click button. You know why, American Thanos? Yeah. Alright, let's see. Again, another one where I think, you know, we're not in too dire of straits here. But depending on what goes on, it's going to be a little rough to get straight victory here. Taiki's going to have to move. Yeah, this is tough. And if things go rough with that nice nature, then it might be an ogre carry. I think Taiki can live 3 white debuffs, though. I mean, she lives one Mystifying Murmur, so she should be fine. Oh, Ryan's rush. Fine, she lives that. I'm pretty sure. She's a little bit extra stand on her, if I remember correctly. She has to get out of it relatively. This Suzuka, I think, should just die sometime like soon, like before we even get to the late race, which could actually be a bit of a problem for our... What the? Like, you gotta run faster, bro. This is where curvature would be really nice if I had one. Sorry, I put my professor of curvature. Okay, cool. Medium straightaways into medium corners, back to back. Very good. Very, very good. That's what I like to see. Medium corners from Ogre as well. Ryan is catching. Ryan might be able to get to 6. She's passing up that right shower. It looks like she might. Suzuka is popping unrestrained, which is very good. But I have to assume the Suzuka's going to explode, right? She had so little stand. If I'm wrong, she just won, but I can't imagine that she's gonna live, right? Is she really? I guess 684 guts? I'm very impressed. I would have told you there's no shot. Wow. I mean, yeah, Taiki killed the rest of the field, right? She's got the whole track between you and her. I mean, if Suzuka doesn't die, that's what she does, right? Suzuka hit unrestrained. I'm really? I guess the guts is a lot higher than I gave it credit for, right? I would have said no fucking chance in the world that a runaway lives on this fucking stam, right? But I guess it's that 650 guts. You'd be so surprised how low you can get your stam and get away with it. Yeah, I don't know. Stam's actually breaking my brain. So many different things I've won. It's a great CM. There's so much stuff that's viable, right? I am well aware that you can understand pretty heavily. I didn't think it was the case for a runaway. I thought this would be way too little, right? I'm genuinely very surprised that she had it in her, right? Very, very surprised. I want to put that shit into the sim to like double check my fucking understanding. Suzuka. This actually kind of blows me away a little bit. Tachyon sweep? Yes. 7-11. 7. I guess the wit is quite high too, so you can conserve some shit on the downhills. How likely is this like a likely occurrence for her to live, or you know, run away? Boop, beep bop, boop bop, beep bop, boop bop. Put Doki Doki Literature Club on her. Put Angling and Scheming on her. Put Runaway. I mean, I don't think we need to do that, but we'll do it anyway. Put Left-Handed on her. Single Circle. Put Fall Runner. Yeah, her speed is high too, right? Concentration. Taking the lead. Unrestrained. And then it's Front Runner Straightaways and what? And Groundwork. That makes sense. Front Runner Straightaways and Groundwork. Didn't even have Distance S. I mean, that helps. That ironically will help her not die, right? But I'm very curious to see like how often. Not this. She'll obviously die here, but Tokyo. And just put me on the CM7 preset. There you go. Is this like a common occurrence for her to live? Include both of these, I guess. I mean, you know what? Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad. I would have thought this number was below like 40%. Nah. I mean, you know, it's not the most consistent thing ever, but she can totally do it. It's this, probably, right? Well, it's these two numbers together. The wits and the gut are what are saving her life. That's way better than you'd think. Yeah. Like, it's, you know, it's a significant amount of races where she will die, but nah, man. She does just live. 62% of the time isn't even that bad. I think, again, this is something that I've been talking about recently. I think this is something I have to come to accept more in order to be a better player of this game. Is like, it's okay to have like a 70% survival rate, you know? If you have 3 horses on the team. If she dies, maybe you put your faith in someone else. I believe in Joe Hendry. If that lets you be way more aggressive with your other stats, then it's probably worthwhile, right? It's probably worthwhile.
5番人気4番オグリーキャップ
What's
ライ
going
バル
on
たち
here?
は強力ですが構想を期待したい
Say
ですね
his
9番人
name
気
and
2番
he
セイブン
appears.
スカイ
Yes.
ちょっと厳しいメンバーですが
Play
健闘
to
を期
win,
待
not
し
to
たいで
avoid
す
losing.
ね
Exactly, yeah. I think it's like the counter argument for in my head would be like, it's not about avoiding losing, it's about winning consistently, right? But I think the problem with that mindset is that a lot of these CM races are decided generally, like, everyone is bringing together their high roll, right? Everyone is bringing the best thing they got during the prep period to the CM. Everyone who's like trying anyway, right? So it really is going to end up being determined by, you know, half of a length, by a head, by a nose. These are how these things usually end up going, right? So it's not like if you are if you are very consistently 90% as good as someone else's best horse, you're gonna win. You're gonna win like 0% of the time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're very consistently good, but you're never good enough. You're never great enough, right? It doesn't matter if you win or lose by a head or a mile. A loss is a loss. Exactly, right? So if you are very consistently losing by a head, you still won 0 times, right? Whereas maybe if you had done that bit of understanding, right? If you had done that bit of understanding, you could have pushed that little bit of extra speed, power, wit, the kind of things that actually, you know, would push you that further ahead. And, you know, on the runs that horse dies, you have 2 other ones. It's a team of 3. It's a team of 3. You generally will bring 3 aces, right? Debuffers, I'm not super big on anymore, right? So we're gonna bring 3 aces. So who cares if one of them dies, you know, 2/3 of the, or not 2/3 of the time, 1/3 of the time. You got 2 others to carry, right? At the very least, in the same way that I kind of have the Ogre built as like a survivalist, like just you know, in case of everything else going wrong, break glass. I think it's a very good idea to have at least one of your horses, right, be a really aggressively statted one, right? Give yourself the opportunity to high roll like that. I think it depends as well, like for CM8, and I'm running 2 horses and 1 chariot to enable my other horse because the win con of the other horse is so insanely strong. Yeah, true, it depends on the comp. But if you're just doing like a traditional like 3 ace, like you're just bringing 3 horses that are all good, so, right? I think it's very valuable to have at least one of your aces be really aggressively statted, kind of like that Suzuka, yeah? Because everything comes at a cost. Stam, it's nice. It's not like that consistency from Stam. It's not like it's worthless, but it comes at a cost. You're gonna have to go a little bit less hard on your speed or power or wit or something like that. It can come back to bite you.
今スタートが切られました。
Once we're a man, though, then I guess I don't even know how it's gonna look. You just get everything, I suppose.
苦しい戦いを
Here's
強
my
いられ
summer
てい
special
る
we
メ
got
ジ
put on
ロ
the
ライア
CM.
ン
Can you
こ
check it
こ
out?
か
I
ら
have to
ど
look
う
at
出
it in
る
a second
セ
here.
イウンスカイ会長に飛ばしていき
You
ま
can
す
realistically get
さあ
full
花に
stats
立ったの
above
は
1K.
セイウン
Sure.
スカイこのままリードすることができるか
Like,
先頭から大
maybe
きく離されて
I could
2
get
番手は
3
4
stats
番
at
オグリーキャ
12K and one of them
ッ
at
プ向こう上
800.
面に入って先頭は
I
セ
don't
イウ
think
ン
like
ス
the
カイ
concept
先
of
頭は
solo
セイウンスカイ
front runner
単
Saiyan
身で飛ば
Sky
してい
kind of
きま
scares
す
me here,
2
by the
番
way.
手
I
の位
think
置で
we're
先頭を伺うのは
maybe
4
dead.
番オグリーキャップ
Taiki has to
1
hit
馬審査
Truth
大
Victory
気
here.
シャトル4番手に
Double
5番
rush, that's
オグリーキャップあとはジンボリルドルフその
By
外
above
並ん
1K,
で
I mean
8番
1.2K
オグリ
in
ーキ
four
ャップ
stats.
その後ろ
Interesting.
アグネス・ターキオ内
I
メ
guess
ジ
we'll
ロ
see
ライ
that.
アン
I
2
don't
馬
know.
審
I
3馬
assume
審
there's
開い
still
て
some
ナイス
strategy
レ
to
ー
building
サー
things,
意気揚
right?
々と先頭を行きますセイウンスカイどうでしょうこ
We'll
の
see
展
how
開
it switches
かか
up.
ってしまっているかもしれません息を入れるタイミングがあればいい
What's
で
up
す
with
が
this?
各馬
I
娘
guess
一
Saints
段
guy's
とな
getting
っ
kind
て
of eaten
団子
alive.
状態の大混戦
前に抜け出すのは容易じゃなさそうです
現在1番手はセイウンス
Is she even
カ
gonna
イ
get rods?
続いて
Oh my god, she's
8
not.
番オグリーキャップ待機シャトル追走大きな
That's
気を
really
超え
funny.
4コーナーへまだ先頭は動かない
Strategy
このまま
building.
直線
Oh
で
my
の
god,
争い
I
に
don't
な
want to
る
be
の
in
か
first.
待機シャトル
My
ここで抜け出した
fucking god. Oh! I see.
メジロライアン
If she
まだ
doesn't get
抑え
blocked,
た
then
まま
we're
だ
probably...
4
Yeah,
番
okay.
オグリー
Oh,
キャッ
oh
プ
god.
まだ
Yeah,
狙ってい
okay.
るぞ
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, that's the...
さあ内から先頭を伺うのは4番
Remember when I
オグリーキャッ
said
プ
that
最終コーナ
the
ー
Ryan
最
hasn't
初に
really
立
been
ち上が
doing
った
very
のは
much?
メジロライアン
So this is what happens
400を切りました
when she does,
食い
right?
下がる待機シャトル
Oh yeah, this guy had very low wit, that's right.
強すぎる完全に抜け出した
Yeah, this is what happens when Ryan wakes up, right? This is why she's here. Now it didn't matter too much because we're gonna 1-2-3 this, but wow.
200を通過
Dude, it is always insane to watch a late surger hit. What the fuck was that? She just, like, no one was there. Like, it's like she was running just her own race by herself. Went through the crowd like it was fucking water. It was, what, a second between 6th and 1st or something like that? It's because you have to remember, too, that a 0.4 excel on a late surger is much better than a 0.4 excel on a pace chaser because of the coefficient diff. We always talk about the coefficients. We always talk about these coefficients as far as like fronts and paces getting kind of fucked on their speed in these long tracks is where we've mostly been looking at it, right? Like this right here, where in the late race and last spurt, like the paces and the fronts get their velocity cut by a pretty decent margin, and like the lates and the ends eat well, right? But you gotta remember that the same thing exists for acceleration as well, right? And the lates and the numbers might not seem that different here, except for the runaways. It does matter because of the fact that the actual like the changes in numbers in acceleration has like rattling effects on your actual speed, right? But like late surgers having the best coefficient here is a big deal as well, right? Hitting a 0.4 on a late surger, way better than a 0.4 on a pace or a front, right? It will depend. The 0.4 excel on a front is insane because of the lead that was built, yeah. Doesn't apply to skills though, that coefficient. Oh, wait, does it? No. Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the base number of acceleration that's getting added to it is bigger. But you're right, actually. No, I'm completely wrong on that. You're right. Power matters, yes. I forget the skills. Yeah, skills are just added to this. Fair enough. I do wonder why the fuck she just blew past Taiki like that. I mean, she has more power than Taiki, right? Because Taiki got shooting for victory at the same time, basically, right? Taiki hit shooting for victory at the same time she hit iron, so it should be the same, but she just... She just completely... Oh, I think she had redshift as well. Oh, yeah. She might have... Can I get a replay on that? She might have hit iron into redshift into nimble nav, like that. That might be why. She might have had like one acceleration or some shit going through the... Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Summer Special Week kills Suzuka's and Maruzensky. There were a lot of procs. I didn't catch everything. Can we replay stuff at the end of the thing? Ryan probably hit top speed before Taiki. But they should both be rocking a 0.4 excel right there. I wonder what the huge difference was. Yes, okay. I do wanna check. You can do it now even? Oh, okay. Also, I'm forgetting to look at the other horses. I'm getting lazy. Haru? What the? The one time I don't... Haru Urara?
馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
期待通りの結果を出せるか。
Haru Urara?
メジロライアンこれから第2コーナーへかかっていきます。サイレンス鈴鹿会長に飛ばしていきます。
There's no Naruto Taishin to like kill here. This Haru like kills Sleeping Lion, I guess, but like what's she doing here? Haru for DDC? Oh, so like late surgers can pop DDC? Is that what it's about? That makes sense. Dude, my fucking Metro Ryan's in fourth. What's happening? Wait, someone pass me. Someone pass me. That's me. It's me. That's me! You fucking coward. It lets late surgers pop Doki Doki Literature Club, right? Oh, 6? First? Okay, Suzuka's dead. I don't know that I'm a big fan of first here. Oh, baby. 2 in a row. What a time to be alive. Redshift, Iron, Nimble Nav? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's what happened last time too, probably. Yeah. Redshift, Iron, Nimble Nav, Rising Dragon, right? Heard about the wrong Medjiro? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened last time too, right? She goes Iron, into Redshift, into Nimble Nav, into Rising Dragon, into fuck your mom, into, yeah. Plus your name is Martin. Jesus. I'm sorry, Ryan. I was not familiar with your game. I won't talk ever again. That's my bad, big guy. There's no way that bringing this Haru is worth it, though, right? Like, I understand. I get it. Your late surgers can play Doki Doki Literature Club now, just Monica, etc. But like, wouldn't you rather just have like a third ace? I don't know. This can't be good. Maybe I'm wrong. It strikes me as a very odd choice, though. Like, Doki Doki Literature Club is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not. It ain't that good. It ain't worth torpedoing your team build for. Haru's on end, though? No, but I think it's letting these two hit their Doki Doki Literature Club, despite the fact that they're late surging, right? But they can still be in, like, the front 30% of the pack because of how far behind Haru is. But, like, it can't be fucking worth it, right? Wouldn't you rather just have a third ace? I don't know. It strikes me as odd. Maybe they're just doing it for fun, though. Maybe they're just like, you know what, it's funny and Haru is my daughter or something. They said late surgers couldn't do it? For this? Yeah, who said that? Late surgers, I mean, especially with fronts being as strong as they are, I feel like late is a very good counter to that, right? Uh-oh. S-rank King Halo. Race results is how you view replay? Gotcha. I think every time I've seen a King Halo in CM, I've lost to it. No one brings this horse to anything unless they're willing to put the fucking work in with her, right? I think this Halo is gonna kill me. When fronts are built strong, they should build a big enough lead. Maybe. Strong fronts are rare in global. Mejiro Dober, by the way. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. Whoa! What the? Plan X? Plan X? Plan X? Blinding Flash? Cooldown? What? Sprint skill, long skill? Cool, nah, for sure. I mean, she lives, right? But like, okay, what? What am I looking at? Okay. Looks like a team trials runner, but it's not even a good team. Why do you have cooldown on your team trials runner? Like, you have 2 sprint golds and a long gold? There's something wrong with that team trials run as well, right? 6 golds and 3 of them don't work on this track. What the hell is happening? Oh, Ogre, was there no fronts? Oh, the Maru. The Maru. She has the stamina to lift that. Maybe I should try stamming super aggressively for CM8 and see how I feel. At least one of my runners. Maybe I'll try it with Christmas Ogre. Maybe I'll stand Christmas Ogre super aggressively and see if I can make her a monster. Mejiro Dobe.
その後
Really
8番
gold ship
オグリ
actually.
キャ
Gold
プテ
ship is
ン
gonna be the easiest to
意気
build
揚
a
々と
crazy
先
deck
頭
for
へ行きま
probably.
すマルゼンスキーどうでしょう
Zaki on earlier is
か
retweeting
か
my
ってし
whole
まっ
view
て
of
い
this
るか
game.
も
I'd
し
be
れま
with
せん
you on that.
息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが
Versus Ogre, he
銃
can
弾が
definitely
一
cut
つ
some
にまとまって
I'm saying like even relative to the fact he's gonna pop 3 recoveries, even relative to that, still understand her, you know? Make it so that 70% of the time she dies, or something like that. Or not, no, sorry. 30% of the time she dies, so only lives 70%. Tyke's in first again, man. This is not good. I thought I thought I was gonna be running into like 5 front lobbies. I built her with a bunch of mid race. She's not supposed to be in first here. She's supposed to be fighting for her life to get to fourth. Think it's not gonna matter though? I think she just like stat mods the lobby maybe? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. King Halo. Dober. King Halo. Dober. King Halo. I think we got it, right? I don't think she quite caught us in time. She was catching us though. That late surger coefficient. I did not look at the summer special week yet, no. I think head-on saved you? Yeah. I'll take a look. Oh, okay, yeah. That late surger coefficient was catching up to me, right? Because I mean, my Taiki is 1186. This is 1182 speed, right? With medium S. It's not like a speed. Oh, you could be faster, to be fair. You could be 1200 with this, for example. But it's just yeah. They don't even have medium S, right? It's just that late surger coefficient was beating my ass. They were catching me. Ay. Should have aimed for the head. Bad chest. So true. Wait, race results? It was this one. Though I'm pretty sure I know what happened now. I'm pretty sure that she just 156.5. God damn, she's looking like that Maruzensky almost. Is this the power of a late surger? Holy shit. Yeah, I might that run was insane. 156.5. The other one was 157 flat, I think, that she did. The other one where she did pop all 3 excels. What did she do differently here? I need a computer. Enhance. What did that Metro Ryan do? Show me that fuck shit.
Stop.
You can skip all of this. Did you say 156.5? She's pilfering, alright. How did she even get the 6th here? This catches up to the Rudolph and, yeah. Okay, so. I don't think you got any speed carryover from anything, was it? Her line was just better? She was, yeah, right in the middle. Oh. Redshift? It was just pumping Redshift? Medium corners, I guess, popped at a good time for her. Rising Dragon, she pumped Rising Dragon, Redshift, and medium corners, I guess, popped where, right after she was done accelerating, she still had some extra. Both Taiki and Ogre rushed. Yeah, that's a lot. But, I mean, in the other run, she got pump into Redshift, into Nimble Nav, and Rising Dragon, and it was slower than this run. But I think on the other run, she came around, and she got medium straightaways there. On the other run, I think she came around the outside is what happened. So that's why it was slower. Even though she also popped Nimble Nav, right? Because I think on this run, this other one that she won, she was slower, right? Yeah, 158, right? And here, she popped Iron into Redshift, into Nimble Nav, into Rising Dragon. But I think here she was on the outside. And she might have had like a worse mid-race as well. The way the corner fans everyone out gives Ryan the capacity to do some fuck shit. Oh, yeah. About 1 meters per second squared excel with Redshift and Iron, something like that. Here she popped all 3, which was insane, right? I thought that was the fast forward button. You know what, man? It's fine. You gotta believe me. She popped all. Yeah. I'm a stupid guy. You know what? I want to watch it. I'm dumb, but I'm not gonna let it get in the way of watching Ryan go off. Do. Beep, 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 boo. Honestly, rushed is a good, getting rushed is a good thing for me here generally. Like if Taiki gets rushed in round 2, that'll be good. She can live it 100%. And it just helps her catch up to the fronts, right? You're saving late surge society. Are late surgers in the mud these days? I thought everyone was still in agreement they were very good. Let's see. Did Taiki get any, or not Taiki, did Ryan get any speed carryover on that last one? I love this CM, it's fun. This is the best CM we've had in a while, I think, for just 8 different things are viable, right?
勝負は最後の直線に持ち越された。さあ、外から先頭を伺うのは4番、小栗キャプテン。前を狙っているぞ。
Iron into
メ
Red
ジロライ
Shift
アン。
into Rising Dragon into Ninja.
じりじり詰める
She's on the inside, actually.
最後のコー
Yeah,
ナ
I
ー
don't
最
know.
初に立ち上がったのは
So,
メ
yeah,
ジロライアン。
she must have just popped, she must have been further behind to begin with. Her mid race must have been weaker here, right? Her mid race must have been weaker here. I made my summer special week to be like your Ryan. Yeah, I tried to not make this Ryan super Gamba, by the way, right? Like, obviously, Ryan inherently, her ult is super Gamba, but she doesn't have like Slick Surge or anything like that. I just tried to put a bunch of mid race on her, because I think that, like, you know, is probably more consistent overall. But I mean, Ryan obviously inherently is gonna come with big Gamba in the form of her fucking ult. Let me see what you're talking about with your summer special week here. I am curious. I've never seen this horse like do anything, so I'm curious to see what she can do. Does not exist. You lied to me. You're not real. Can't believe we got to see a CM on stream for once. Yeah, you gotta go to practice partners. Oh, you didn't lie to me. I'm stupid. Is it here? Search. Hachimi, Hachimi, Hachimi. Long guess. Interesting. Mr. Kitasan Rudolph. Is this an open league? I assume? Oh, because yeah, it's 8,000 even, right? I don't actually know very much about open league. I don't know how to really evaluate horses for open league. Long guess is funny here for sure. That's got, you know, I mean, some seems primarily, yeah, I mean, considering you are stuck with a lot less to work with here, you have, you know, 3, like almost all of your skill points went into mid-race velocity, so that's pretty good. It's open league, only B's allowed. Gotcha, yeah. I mean, again, I don't really know anything about open league. Like, I couldn't tell you. I can't really evaluate anything for open league. But if, like, just the idea that Dazzle and Diver is velocity as well, right? Isn't it? It's a, I thought it was, oh no, it gets buffed to be a heal and velocity later on or something. But yeah, like, most of your skill points are put into mid-race velocity. That's correct, for sure, right? I think it looks pretty good for for, you know, the very little knowledge that I have of open league. Yeah, looks strong for open league. I agree. Finished season 1 of Umusume. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, considering the negative sentiment I hear about it online. We're going to see if the season 2 is as good as you say it is. I mean, I liked season 1 a lot. It's very fun. It's cute, but like I do feel like they kind of give, like, I think by the time you get even like halfway through season 2, you're gonna think that they gave Special Week the short end of the stick for sure. You know, it's nice slice of life slop. Yes. You're gonna be like, why didn't Supechan, why didn't Little Spica, why didn't Jane Derby get representation like this? Great mood on Taiki. They redo season 1 in the game story to be way better. Yeah, Special Week actually has MC aura. I do. It might have been you who said this again yesterday. I do need to take a look at that. Agnes Tachyon, dude, I have like a primal fear of Agnes Tachyon in my heart now, in my heart and my soul. Suzuka injury was heartbreaking. True. Just like IRL. Oh yeah, I guess it was even worse IRL. I would actually love to get rushed in like every race. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, especially on Ogre and Taiki. I think Ryan can get rushed long enough that she dies, I think. But it's like basically impossible for... I just ended up accidentally overstanding the Taiki, and the Ogre is overstand on purpose. Perhaps that statement is a sign that you did in fact overstand. So Ogre is overstand on purpose. The run that Taiki had, that was really good, just ended up, unfortunately, like I didn't overstand her on purpose. Just kind of ended up overstand. Ryan is not overstand. Well, she's stand. Like, she lives, but she doesn't have, like, you know, a couple slight things go wrong and she will die for sure. Which is probably more correct, honestly. Rush makes it so you pass all pace up checks as long as you're still rushed with the cost of 1.6x stamina usage. Yeah. Check out my secondary carried openly. Yeah, no, I think you're the way you... Oh, wait, we're in third. I think the way you're building shit is definitely good. Speed carryover on Doki Doki into the shooting? Oh, that's gotta be game, right? He's already, like, at the front runner's next. And head on to the say. Oh, yeah, that's demolition. Oh, that's... Oh, it's not. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, wait, she's mobbed? Oh, wait, what? She's mobbed? She sucks? What happened to her? Never mind. I mean, it's okay. Taiki's got it. Ryan's ass, actually? She's actually terrible? She's actually ass? Did she, like, run into someone or something? I didn't check. Regardless, that's an America sweep. That's America Jin des. You hate to see the pace already at the back of the fronts when before the late race even begins, right? Yeah. Ryan, just like my special week. I don't know what just happened. She hit iron and fucking did nothing, which is pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know, whatever works. Really late pump activate? Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, okay, I actually didn't notice. Maybe it activated too late to be useful. Probably got to max speed already. Okay, yeah. I was fixated on Taiki. That would make sense anyway. I'm not sure if that's what happened, but that would track with it kind of not fucking doing anything, right? Doop doo doo. It did activate after Taiki, which is already second half of the final corner. But she would have gotten there late. Like, she's there later, right? But, yeah, maybe. Is that our front runner Suzuka and a runaway Suzuka? Or are there two different runaways? Why is Taiki in 7th? Huh? What's happening there? Speed up, girl. Come on. Much? There you go. What? Why'd you pop velocity skill and then drop in position? That doesn't seem quite right to a guy like me. Why is Ryan catching up to you? Ryan should not be catching up to you. What guy? There you go. Hey, Ogre, slow down. Ogre, slow down. Oh, God. Bro, Ryan's gonna pass you. Ryan's actually passing you. Okay, I mean, I guess Ryan will be in 6th. This shit's embarrassing. I guess she just, like, I don't know. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, Ryan is in 6th, though. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. This has been happening a lot, huh? What's going on with this? He's on the outside, shouldn't get blocked by anything. But also, oh, that was a really wide swing, though. I think she's going to lose a lot of time on that. Oh, yeah, that was a really wide swing. I don't know. And yeah, Suzuka did get unrestrained. Oh, she's dying, though. Oh, she's dying. Oh, awesome. Okay, Suzuka died. Amazing. Suzuka just didn't have it in her. Yeah, Suzuka just straight up. You just saw it. She just stopped moving. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, 1-2 even, yeah. Oh, maybe not. The Ogre passed her up. We take those. It was like kind of scary, and then the Suzuka just stopped. Like, she just completely put on the brakes, right? Yeah, she ended up in 4th. Taiki shot to the 156.4. That's the best. That's my record anyway. That Maru Zenski with the 156.2, just like, that's just what she does too. Like, I don't even think, right? Like, this is my Ryan, like, hitting her Gamba. That Maru just got 156.2 like that. Like, that's just the time that she runs on that track, I think. But I'll still take it. Also, I'm still happy with a 156.4. But I think I was kind of already thinking about this going into CM8, and then I think that Tachyon and then that Suzuka back to back really, like, opened my eyes. I think because I like to use the simulator and then see this number be at, like, over 90%. I think that's silly. I think it's a little too conservative. Ryan is this CM's Maru? I mean, Maru is this CM's Maru. That Maru Zenski's really good here.
各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは一度
That was
が
the
熾
feeling I
烈
was
にな
trying
り
to
そうです
convey.
ね。
先行争いは
When?
AM オペラ王、待機シャトル、エアグルーヴ、これから
Oh yeah,
第
when
二
you
コーナー
said
へ
people
か
are
かって
you
いき
seen
ます。
some ridiculous
先
shit
頭
on
をかけ
Stan?
ます
Yeah, yeah.
ペイエ
But
ロ
well, my
オペラ
point
王
there was that
2
the
番手
simulator will not lie to you on that,
ライス
right?
はさらに
It's more about what kind of
外から
risk
アグリ
that
カップ
you are
すぐに続いて
tolerating,
アグネ
right?
スタキオン少し離れてエアグルーヴ
Like I still disagree with your sentiment that you don't trust the simulator on Stam. I think that's just like practically wrong. It's plugging a formula in, right? But but you are right when you say that, like, oh, you've seen ridiculous stamina values win. I need to be more tolerant of risk.
キングヘイロー外にはメジロライアン
It's not a simulator problem, it's a me problem. I'm too conservative with my stamina.
これは正解でしょうか。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないで
Might be in
す。
third, we'll have to
一
see
息
it.
つけるといいですが。
TM Opera O. They buffed their ults. It's not like a genuine
お
fucking
互いに
joke
対戦し合
anymore.
っているようです
Is
ね。
Ryan gonna hit
先
6
頭は相
again?
変わらず AM オペラ王先頭から大きく離され
There's no way,
て
right?
2番手は
No,
アグネ
he's
ス
too
タキオン
far ahead. Oh,
下がれ
oh, wait.
待機シャトル
He's in
一番
fourth.
下メジロライアン
Pikey's in
下
second.
がれキングヘイ
Wait,
ロー
pass me. Oh,
大きな
U, because
声
I'm like,
4コーナー
U equals
まだ
Uma
2
squared.
以上の
It's
差がある
perfect.
ぞここから捉え
Oh,
る
she
ことが
popped
できる
redshift
の
too
か
early.
さあ
What
い
the
よいよ
hell?
直線だ
She's
ど
gonna
こ
get
から
iron
見
though.
て誰が仕掛けるのか
Yep.
オグリキャップ前を狙っているぞ
Oh, what? Pikey didn't get her
外
ult?
で足を溜めています
Oh my
メ
god.
ジロライアン
Dude, it's so
ここで抜け出
funny.
した最後のコーナー
It
最
is
初に立ち上がった
so
のは
funny to
メジロライアン
watch Ryan do her
残り
thing,
400
man. What
メジ
the
ロライアン
fuck?
強い強すぎる完
He
全に抜
just,
け出した
it just looks like no one else is running,
メ
man.
ジロライアン
Right? It just doesn't look like anyone else is running.
ホイッスがあるこれはすごい
Jesus
メジロライアン
Christ.
変わらない
What
メジロライアン
time is this?
足色は衰えない
Dude, she won by like fucking 5 lengths on a 2000. Rising Dragon right before her last spurt? Yeah. Well, Redshift was wasted, actually, I think. That was slower than the other one, 156.7, but like, I guess the lobby's a little weaker, right? She just... Also, 5 lengths. I got it on the nose. Look at me.
勝ちに行きましょう
Say that again. I think the most important thing to realize about understamming is that it's this guy, right? Especially if there's a downhill on the track, and which on most tracks it'll be one somewhere, right? For example, Nakayama here has a really long one. I think we often think about like stam is either you have enough to live or you don't, but there's actually so much RNG in how much stamina you use. One, based on if your skills even activates, but more importantly, wit can end up saving you so much stamina on those downhills, right? Like CM8 has a 400-meter long downhill that is like a pretty steep downhill incline too, right? So you can save a lot of stamina on this thing if you have high wit. CM9 is a 700-meter long downhill, even more so then, right? So on a 1200-meter track, I mean, to be fair, you're not really gonna be worrying too much about stamina there anyway, but yeah, right? So I think it's like, I am guilty of this. I often think about stamina as a binary. The hell happened to Ogre? I actually see. She just fucking died, maybe? But yeah, I often think of stamina as like this binary. You either have enough or you don't, right? You either have enough or you don't. It's really not true. Like this Suzuka does not have enough if there wasn't a downhill here. She just would die. But like, because you can save so much stamina on those downhills, she lives. Right? And that's why there's an RNG to whether or not she lives. She doesn't use the same amount of stamina every time she runs. It's not the case, right? Does this take away, if I do this, does it take away the downhill stuff? I don't know, because the reason this rate is lower is because it's assuming all of these skills activate all of the time, right? Which is why and if you activate velocity skills, acceleration skills, things like that, then you will is spurt rate a functional indicator of what to stand for? Well, survival rate is the more important one, right? Is the other Uma another runaway? No, it's a pace chaser, so there's no spot struggling happening. I mean, if there's another runaway and they spot struggle, this would die 100% of the time, even with 1200 wit and the whole course being a downhill, right? But yeah, I don't think this is taking into account. I don't think this is like turning off the downhill conservation mode, right? I think the reason this number is slightly lower now is because it assumes that all of these skills always activate, whereas here, there's a chance that they don't, right? Which is why it goes up a little bit. It says skill wit check. Yeah, true. There used to be there used to be the option to turn on and off the downhill modes calculation. I wish they would bring that back, because I would really like to turn that off and see if the Suzuka just dies. Like, I feel like if you did that, if you assume that there was no stamina saving on the downhill, I think the Suzuka would die like 80% of the time or something like that, right? Well, the downhill's not that long here, to be fair, right? But it's 350 meters, actually. I'm just wrong. I'm stupid. What the fuck? It doesn't look that long at all. Is it not this one? I guess that's 350 meters. Cool. Yeah. Am I stupid? Doesn't look very long at all. It looks like it ends right, like starts there and ends there. Huh? 250 meters. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. That's 250? That's not a tenth of a course. Maybe it's not drawn to scale or something? Regardless, I don't know. Anyway, I would be curious to see what would... Because I assume... Because otherwise, like, okay, the way stamina works is you have... Again, right? At the start of the race, you have your stam. Your stam is like, I don't know, like 1,000, right? That stam, this number, converts into HP based on your strategy, right? When people say that paces are like the least stamina efficient before runaways and stuff like that, right? When people said that paces were the least stamina efficient, it's because of this, right? This is the formula for how your stam converts into HP, right? Your stamina stats times 0.8 times a modifier based on the distance, which I actually don't know what this is, but, you know, it'll be the same for every horse running that track, times your coefficient, right? And paces have the worst coefficient here, and lates have the best one, right? So if you took 0.8 times 1,000, and for, so, you know, a late surger, assume that course distance thing is 1 for now. If a late surger had 800, a pace chaser would have, in that same scenario, 0.89, right? They'd have 712, so they'd have a lot less HP, right? And so then, this number converts into HP based on your strategy, and then, like, let's say your HP was like 800 or whatever, right? And then, this number gets used up per second based on how fast you are, right? Based on per second, based on your velocity, right? Based on your fucking, like, the faster you're running, the more HP you use per second. So, I think it's very easy to get into the assumption of, like, all right, well, all of this seems very hard-coded in a way, right? Like, I have a certain amount of stamina. That's not going to change outside of, like, mood and stuff like that. That hard converts into a certain amount of HP. That's not going to change. And, like, by and large, besides, like, small variations in my speed based on, like, activating a mid-race skill or, you know, hitting or not hitting an excel or something like that, by and large, I'm running, you know, the same speed throughout the race every time, right? So there should be, like, a within 5%, right? There should be, like, within, like, a 5%, 5 to 10% or something like that. There should be, like, a tolerance band of, like, within there is enough stamina, and above that is too much, and below that is too little, and it should be a guaranteed thing, right? I think this is something that I'm very guilty. This is how I think of stamina, anyway, right? This is how I think of stamina, and I think it's wrong, because I need to look up how exactly this downhill mode thing works. Ah! Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a big I'd never looked at this number. Holy shit. That's a big deal. It's like anti-rushed. It's better than, like, it's more of a reduction than rushed is an increase. Also downhill mode? This is downhill mode. This is downhill mode, the thing I have highlighted right here. You use 40% less stamina when you're in downhill mode. It's a wit check, yes, I understand. But, like, I didn't realize this was so major, right? My god. Jesus fuck, look at this! What's the chance for downhill mode? I don't know the actual numbers on it. Let's see if I can find it here real quick. Let's see. Downhill? Downhill? Yeah, sure. Running uphill, blah, blah, blah. When running downhill, every second there is a wisdom stat times 0.04% to enter downhill excel mode. Increases target speed, reduces HP consumption by 60%, and each second has a 20% chance to end. Gotcha, okay. Times 0. What do some numbers look like? Like if you're in times 0.04, 24%. Gotcha. And then it would just scale up linearly based on that. Yeah, and it's every second, right? And then every second it has a flat 20% to end. Can you go right back into it? If it ends, like, if I'm running on a downhill, right? Like, I'm running on a downhill. And, like, from, like, here to here, I enter downhill excel, right? And then it ends, like, right here. Can I then immediately, like, re-enter it again and be in downhill excel mode right here, and then it ends here, and then I wait for a bit and then re-enter it? I assume so, yeah? The witch check is every second that you're not in it, yeah? My guess after you leave it? I assume I can enter it multiple times. There's a 1 second buffer? Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah, so, point being, though, right, that what I had earlier on here, what I had earlier with, like, you know, you have your stam, and it converts, again, say it's like 1,000, right? And that converts into HP, say it's like 800, and then this number gets used up. Let me try and make that look like an arrow at least, right? This number gets used up every second, right? Per second, based on your velocity, right? That's why people shouldn't sleep going on a 20% to a 30% chance to enter downhill modes. A 10% increase, it's 33% more downhill modes. Yeah. Right? So this is an accurate way to think about stamina and HP and everything if there's no downhill on the track, right? If there is no, like, meaningfully long downhill on the track, then this is about right. And this is where you really can't get away with understamming very much. But almost every track has at least some kind of downhill on it that I've seen, like in almost all the CMs we've had so far, right? And if there's even kind of a meaningful downhill, I mean, dude, you're using literally 60% less stamina as long as you're on it, right? So no longer is your HP consumption just like static like this, yeah? So I mean, you know what? I don't know, man. Uma Musume might be wit game. We might be there. We might have gotten there. Oh my, what? It also just gives you fucking curvature? I'm wit's strongest soldier? This also just gives you fucking professor of curvature? While you're on the downhill? It's like 0.31 for like... What in the world? Yeah, man. Oh, this fucking CM is a bitch, man. Because power actually is really important here. It really is. I think you have to... You know what? The pace-up mode is worth 2 Professor of Curvatures? Yeah. I think I really do have to give up stamina. I have to really... It's always been a wit game. Since Alharu, at least. I think I have to, like, give up some stam, right? And just go super heavy on wit and power. Because power is really, really important for this one. These uphills will... tear you in half. I mean, good luck. If you don't want to build some power, go for it, but good luck, right? These uphills are in the worst spots they could be. It's in the mid-race and in the last spurt. These guys are going to tear you in half. Like, the Kikashell hills didn't matter at all. These ones matter a lot. So power is quite important for these, but also, it's a 400-meter downhill, man. Woo! Damn, that's a 400-meter downhill, right? So what? Something's got to give, right? Something's got to give. And that something is stamina. I think that something is fucking stam. There's always a power minimum. I really don't agree with sacrificing 300 wits for 300 more power. No, for sure. Yeah. No, I agree. I think 750 power is like a reasonable minimum. Ideally, you'd want to get to somewhere around 800, yeah. But definitely don't go like 600 in exchange of getting like more wit or more stam or something like that. It's a big deal to have at least like 800-ish power. You hit the way the formula works for the slopes is it's like whatever the slope factor is times 200 over your power stat. If you paid attention in math class, this function 1 over x or n over x has really significant diminishing returns, right? So like going from 600 to 900 power is a really big deal here. Going from 900 to 1200 is like nothing, right? It does nothing. Like it's like not even a meter difference or something like that on all 3 of the uphills. So yeah, don't go over like 900, but I think with training power that high too, it costs energy. I might get all of my fucking stamina from power training though. I will say it's less SP than training wit. True, but I think This is a false dichotomy. I think secretly the guy that you kill to get here is stamina. Unironically. I think that's the secret. I think the guy that you kill to get here is actually stam. You know what I mean? Let's not have Creek here, which is a bad example. Let's rock like gold shit or something like that. Right? I think the guy that you murder is, you know, you throw your fucking go home specialist on her ass or something like that. And you make it firm conditions, 'cause that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be winter, right? Sure, man, whatever. Even, you know what? Throw Winter Runner on here so she's a little bit more stamina. But I think you do some shit. I think you do some shit like this, right? And you go like super fucking aggressive on the wit. And you get like most of your power through, or most of your stamina through this fucking power training on their ass. I am curious, for example, like this might be not enough, but like how often do you die? Yeah, okay, you need a little bit more than that, right? You need a little bit more than this is not, we're not quite, it's not quite happening there. But you could go like 750 maybe. I mean, that might be acceptable, right? That might be totally fine, actually. 63%, like, you know, yeah. There's another way to train power. Well, yeah, but you're not gonna get that much guts maxing on a guts growth, Uma. Dude, we were talking about it yesterday. There's like genuinely, you could genuinely get away. I think there's a guts build for CM8 that's really good. I don't know what it is yet, and I don't. Probably Taishin is the best candidate for it, I would say, if I had to guess. But like, there's a strategy. Got Taishin and Tachyon right now. Yeah. There's a, like, you can really go like 3 guts, fucking 1 speed, like 3 guts, 1 speed, 1 width, 1 Rico, or something like that. Taka doesn't need a recovery with her unique. True. CM8 is gonna be an interesting one. I think I'm gonna try something a little different, right? But yeah, like maybe like this, I might have to start looking at numbers like these and going, you know, maybe that's good enough, right? And you know, maybe if I can go, like, maybe I can go even more aggressive with that shit. Maybe I could try to pump the wit even higher or something, right? I don't know. How much does the silver add to this gold shit? Let's see. Could I get her like 700 and like corner recovery? It's about the same as adding 50 stamina, right? I think 76% spurt rate is too unacceptable. The spurt rate doesn't really matter. If you die, like, the survival rate is the more important thing. I mean, we've seen it in the CM. If you spurt and then die, you lose anyway, right? Especially on something with this long of a final straight. You can do it on a mile, maybe. You cannot get away with, like, spurting and then dying at the end. It's not really a good idea, right? So this number is what you look at. This number almost doesn't matter, I think, right? I maybe if you have better evidence, but I think I disagree, right? On a long, there's no way you can get away with like dying halfway through, right? And this is fine for sure, right? But like, I mean, 800 stam is something you're not going to get on accident. You're gonna have to do something to work towards this, right? Even on a 20% stam growth Uma, you're gonna have to throw some bursts into this, or like, you know, bring Rico or some shit. Bring Rico and throw some bursts, probably. Or you can just bring a shit ton of stam sparks as well, and maybe get away with it. It's my current CM8, saying Sky, candidate, 2 speed, 2 wit, 1 Rico, 1 stam. Dude, what the hell? Yeah. And she definitely lives, so that's good. High wit, high power. Well, yeah, power's high enough for sure. Wit's high. I mean, this is just, I mean, you just didn't skip on anything, right? You just like, yeah, what if I got everything? What if I max speed and got a lot of stamina and power and bomb, right? 900 plus 1 is like guaranteed? What do you mean by this? Also 900 to 1 is also a speed bonus. That is true, right? Yeah, the thresholds for this are stam and guts. So, I mean, if you can manage this, awesome. I think this is not like... Hey, what was the deck you used to make this, right? This is kind of just like, you just got everything. Instead, it's like, yeah, what if I just got all of my stats to 900? You know what I mean? That's great. If you could do this, you should do this. Yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? If you can just get fucking 903 stats and max your speed and get all the skills you want, then yeah, I mean, it's not much of a decision at that point, right? If anything, I mean, maybe then you could argue that it might be worth, if you went more aggressive here, I might be able to get like 1200 wits, but I'm still trying to chase this Dragon City to improve her. I mean, I wonder if it might be worth it, because every one of those stat thresholds isn't that big of a deal, right? I wonder if it might be worth it to, like, go 100 less stamina or something and just, like, try to max her wit. Because whatever deck you're using, it's effective, right? You're pumping out hella stats. It'll be fine if CM8 is a low front CM. It probably will be. Is the final straight short enough that front runners don't feel like they're running through molasses? It's 300 meters, so no groundwork. Oh, so true, glue. Get this bitch off my screen. But anyway, I think I'm gonna try being. I want to try it. I think I want to try being very aggressive on at least 2 of my aces. Maybe I'll have one who's built in the more conservative way. You know, just have her be there as a backup. But I think I want to have two of the 3 aces I bring. I think I want to have them be. I want to see if I can build them very, very aggressively, right? But we'll see. Hey, another gold city. More of her than I was expecting. Winning tickets. Winning ticket. I was about to mention how effective NSM fishing is for me for CM8. Oh, I mean, yeah, right? The longer the course, the better NSM. Better NSM will be, as always. 名将怒涛先頭に立ちました2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは成田ブライアン外を回りますオグリーキャップ外目をついて少し離れて東海艇を If you're building a Suzuka to die and give you NSM, then it's always good, yeah? 集団が一つにまとまって混戦状態ですこれだけ密集していると紛れがありそうですね NSM is strong in any race where the late race starts on a straight. That too, I can see that. But it's also one of the big things is the race mechanics change they did where people will like go sideways now in the late race. That primarily happens in the final corner. So the more delayed the final corner is, the more bunched up it will be when the late race begins, the better NSM will be. It just so happens that both of these track conditions are always going to happen at the same place, right? The longer the track is, the more likely it is the late race starts on a straight, and also the more delayed the final corner is. Both of these things contribute to NSM being very consistently good on those tracks. Damn, it's small. What the hell? Victory? More like shooting for loss. More like shooting for getting mobbed by Golden City. Golden City? What did that Gold City have to eat, man? Oh, is it another man? Yeah, it was, you know, there might have been another NSM. Because I'm not seeing anything else here that is particularly. I think it was just a late surge, all right. But actually, yeah, I think Russ just hit NSM. It's good. It's good. It's good. Shit is good. Don't get it twisted. Manhattan Cafe.
4番オグリキャップ
Yeah, maybe I'll have.
さあゲートが開いた各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました
みんな集中してましたね高レースが期待できそうです
7番メジロライアン上がっていきますこれから第2コーナーへかかっていきます3番サイレンス鈴鹿快調に飛ばしていきます先頭は3番サイレンス鈴鹿単身で飛ばしていきます
Maybe I'll, you know what? Maybe I'll do a guts build Maya and try to get her to live without a recovery. Because I do want to try the guts build too, and Bofa, I fucking hate Bofa. Maybe I'll just build a guts build Maya and try to get her to live with no recovery, and then just have her be like the sort of consistent one. And then have the gold ship and the Christmas Ogre be, I mean, Christmas Ogre, I would like to go really aggressive on her wit anyway, since you need to pop the 3 recoveries to get her ult to go off. It's on. Wait, you're too far ahead. It's not right. Stop doing that. Okay, I mean, I do. I think this Taiki, I think near max wit on Ogre is mandatory. Yeah, right? Because you need to have, like, even with a 90% chance to pop your skills, popping 3 skills is 72%, right? So you need at least 900 wit on her for sure. And if, oh my god, you know, the fact she ends up in first so often does make me feel. I think she'll do. Oh, that Ryan hit iron. Oh, that's not fair. She didn't even hit fucking True's victory. Man. That's not fair. That's not fair. She hit iron. I didn't even hit my ult at all. Oh, this is cheating. This is fucking cheating, man. It's not fair, man. I didn't even get to hit my ult, man. You know, it's fine. Yes, I think in that case, I think I'll probably try a Guts. You hate to see someone else hit jackpot. Hey, that was actually, if we hit, if we weren't fucking first there, I think we might have actually been able to fight her there. Because with us hitting literally none accelerations, this still was not like a complete blowout anyway, right? Yeah, I think I'll try building Maya to be relatively consistent, maybe on some sort of weird Guts max or something like that. Or if not, maybe I'll just build her some other way. And then I'll build the Gold Chip and the Ogre more aggressive on their like less stamina, more power and wit, and see how that goes. I expect that I will be very taken with the idea. Actually, I made my Maya, who's supposed to be a stand-in for Tamamo, have enough stam and guts to survive. CMA's not any recovery. She also got a long S. So true. Howdy, hello there. How goes it? How's your Scorpio Cup existence been going?
Start.
Summermaru, two nice natures. I'm a big fan of debuffers in my series. You're telling me I get free wins? I think I do still like the idea of having at least one of, like, kind of what I've done here, where the Ogre is like very overstamped on purpose. Just having like a fallback, like have the team as a whole win consistently instead of every individual Uma winning consistently, right? So have two of them be super aggressive and potentially, you know, some slight things go wrong and they die, but like, you know, over half the time each of them, like over half the time they can go crazy and be way better than your consistent horse, and then have your one consistent, like sort of middle of the line, just gets on base horse. I think is a really good idea, right? Having one ace that can always live is a brilliant school of thought. Okay, yeah, I think that definitely makes sense to me as well. But I think what I need to do is I need to make the other two, I need to build them much more aggressively than I have been. Is a school of thought that I've been warming up to, and then seeing these CM runs today has made me even more confident in that. Also, what the fuck happened to Omeshi died? I don't think we're gonna quite catch it. We didn't even get shooting victory, did we? We missed the fucking witch check on shooting victory. Happens. Yeah, Taiki absolutely just fucking died. She got shot. Mezashimasu. I love the fucking accent they give her and Pasa, man. Dengetsu type shit. I think I'm gonna have fun with this next CM. Try some new shit out, right? See if I like it. I think I actually want to try Guts Max Maya, super aggressively static Gold Chip, and super Wit Max Christmas Ogre. I think that'll be fun. It almost sounds like it almost feels racist to do the accent, but I'm like, I'm not sure towards who, you know what I mean? It's not a Japanese, it's not like a stereotypical Japanese accent. Type shit, you know what I'm saying?
続いてセイウンスカイ早くも激しい競り合い2馬身3馬身開いて4番マルゼンスキー後からジンボリルドルフ内にはオグリーキャップ少し離れてグラスバンダー内で待機シャトルそしてその外を回ってメジロライアンそしてその内を回って
You alternate between getting into first and not popping shooting victory at all and then being in fucking 7th in the fucking final corner? What are we doing? Come on, hurry up.
依然としてセイウンスカイ続きました7番マルゼンスキー
Oh, Saiyun's
1馬
gonna
身
get
離
rod,
れて
huh?
ジンボリ
That
ルドル
doesn't
フ
look too
4 番
good.
手には4番マルゼンス
The
キー
hypothetical American as imagined by a Japanese person is very disappointed.
まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ
Saiyan getting
ここから
rod
捉えること
is
がで
not
きる
good
の
for
かこの
anyone.
直線で勝負が決まるぞメジロライアン
That's a
内
scary
で
one.
様子を伺うオグリキャップ前を狙っているぞ
Oh, she's
気持
off.
ちよく
Oh,
狙
yeah,
っている
there she goes.
セイウン
Yep,
スカイ
that's
まだ差がある
You know,
ここ
she
から
doesn't usually do that,
先頭バイクは出て
but
くる
when
の
she
か
does,
最終コーナー最初に立ち上がったのは
Oh, wait, hold on, though.
400を切りました。シンボリルドルフ食らいついていく星雲スカイ。
Nah, I
強い
think she's gonna.
強すぎ
I
る
don't think
完全に抜
she's
け
getting
出した。
coefficient diffed currently by Rudolph. This is crazy. I mean, this just goes to like, how, what do you mean Rudolph is catching up there? He's
変
not
わら
gonna,
ない
but like,
食い下がるシンボリルドルフ星雲スカイ。足色は衰えない星雲スカイ。
it is a tough existence being a frontrunner. You know, I mean, okay, it's the strongest strategy, right? But that is. What do you mean Rudolph almost caught up there? You suck or something? Not really. No. I mean, you're wit slow, but you got Rod. That's fine. Your power, you have 1,000 power and 1,200 speed, and Rudolph just fucking mogged you, getting nothing. Like, did you even pop anything? You don't have anything to pop. What a. And it's not even a long course. It's a 2,000 meter. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, we completely shot the bed there. Unfortunately, Taiki didn't get any of her mid race, and yeah. Ogre wasn't fourth, but I don't think did she get shooting victory? She's got like 700 wit. I don't know. She's been missing a lot of stuff here.
6番人気は4番
Ogre Kappu. TM Opera O best Uma, by the way. Is this Meisho Doto's alt account?
あいにくの雨が芝を濡ら
Happy
す。
New Year. Meisho Doto desu. Hishiakabono. What are you doing
各
here?
馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け
Aren't
出
you a
すか
sprint
注目しまし
Uma?
ょう。
サイレンス鈴鹿とマルゼンスキー。この二人が競り合っているぞ。これから第2コーナーへかかっていきます。サイレンス鈴鹿会長に飛ばしていきます。
He's real big.
さあ花に立ったのは
I
サイ
wonder
レン
if
ス
she's
鈴
better at
鹿
blocking people.
このままリードすることができるか。先頭から大きく離されて2番
Dying
手はマルゼン
only
スキ
happens during
ー
the
第
last
2コーナー
60
を
meters
抜
of
け
the
向
race.
こう
The
上面に
jogging.
入った先頭はサイレンス鈴鹿単身で飛ばしていきます2
What
番
if
手の位置で先頭
I
を
don't
狙
have
うの
enough
は
stamina?
マルゼンスキーその後ろからオグリーキャップ2馬身3馬身開いて6番待機シャトル外から行く菱明ボノ少し後ろから3番待機シャトル2馬身離れてメジロライアン
If I have enough stamina, I
グラ
don't
スワンダ
spurt.
ー外から行く成田大臣サイレンス鈴鹿
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to pull up the Microsoft Paint for that, 'cause that inherently doesn't make sense to me. So you're gonna have to give me a second on that one.
先頭は依然サイレンス鈴鹿2馬身リード続きましたマルゼンスキーあとはオグリーキャップ4番手3番待機シャトルすぐに続いて菱明ボノ
His spurt is counted as a blast recovery skill?
この直線で勝負が決
No,
ま
I
るぞ
understand. It's not what I'm
まだ
asking.
1馬身以上の差があるぞここから捉えることができるのかオグリキャップ
I'm gonna have to think about that one visually for a second, I
外から
think.
先頭
Also,
を
what the
狙う
hell
のは
happened
マル
here
ゼン
again?
スキーマルゼンスキー
He's got
ここで
mobbed
抜け
by
出
the
した
other paces.
サイ
There's
レン
only
ス
two
鈴鹿
fronts here.
内で
He
様
just
子を
didn't get
伺
our
う
fucking mid
最
race
終
to
コ
go
ーナーを
off.
曲がって最初に立ち上がったのはマルゼンスキー
So Ogre is-
平行まで
I mean,
400
it says fifth,
最後は
which
2
is
人
not
の
that
馬
far
競り合い
behind
だ
anyone
先
really.
頭3番待機シャトル
Pulse
しかし
might,
その差はわず
make
か
a difference
突
here.
っ込んでくるオグリキャップ
Was this debuffs? Did people die?
全力だ
I had a super realistic dream where I met and bapped up TM Opera O and cannot stress how real and undreamlike it was.
待機シャトルここまでかオグリキャップ抜け出したオグリキャップ
Did everyone just die to debuffers? Is there even a debuffer in this
オグリ
lobby?
キャップ
What happened?
よし
I mean, my goat, obviously. But like, what happened there? There's no debuffers here. W Ogre, indeed. She didn't even get anything. Why, she just won? She ran a 157? Wait, what? He must have popped Nimble Nav. I didn't see it. Stamina mechanics are always weird. Okay, wait, yeah, so. Because the way I currently imagine it, right? The way I currently imagine it is that you can have a couple different scenarios, right? Like, okay, say that, okay, this is where the spurt begins, right? I'm running my mid race, and then I start accelerating. Yeah? Meisho doto desu. Yeah. If I have enough stamina, right? If everything's good, like I have way more than I need, right? Then the spurt it proceeds normally, right? I go here, like say this is my target speed, I accelerate up to it, and then I run at that speed until the end of the race, right? The best way to test this? No, I want to understand how it works. I'm not trying to test it. Like what do they mean when they say that? How does the mechanic work, right? See where straightaway spurt procs? Hold on. This is what normally happens, right? Well, no, I'm saying what are they saying? Hold on. If I don't have enough stamina to spurt, then what happens, again, this is my target speed, is I just stay here for a while, they delay the spurt, and then they spurt where they have enough stamina to live, right? So they keep going. This is really bad, obviously, because not spurting means, well, you lost, like, this whole time everyone else is accelerating and you're not, right? But, like, they'll wait and they'll delay their spurt until they can live, right? I guess that does beg the question. They can also drop the top speed, if I remember correctly. I guess this does beg the question, what scenario, what stamina scenario do you have where you even die? Is it not a binary? Like, I could imagine, for example, this is not an important example, but I could imagine, for example, I've calculated my HP here. I can spurt, I go boom, and then partway through the spurt, I get hit by like an all-seeing gaze or something, right? And suddenly, I don't have the stamina anymore, right? So then I'll just stop, I'll slow down. But outside of that, isn't it, it kneecaps the top speed? Oh, I see. So you're saying instead of delaying the spurt, instead of doing this, it does this instead, right? It's calced way earlier if you never pace down, etc., etc. You die. Dueling 2 is another stamina drain? Yeah, I guess I'm asking, what are the scenarios where I spurt and then die? Because it actually feels, now that I'm thinking about it, it feels kind of like it's a lot of edge cases, right? Because if I have enough stamina, I spurt. If I don't, I don't. It doesn't take dueling into account. So I could see that, where it's like I have enough to full spurts, and then you get locked in a very long duel and you die. That's one thing. I could see that. Again, I could see you getting hit by a stamina debuff in the late race. I'm spurting, I'm good, I have enough stam, all-seeing eyes. Oh, I die. Okay, but now I'm curious. So when you say that jogging only happens in the last 60 meters, you're talking about the thing where you like it goes even slower than the mid-race, right? Like maybe I was, because I'm thinking about like in that, in the case where you get hit by all-seeing eyes, I need a lozenge, I'm still apparently a little sick, Jesus, my throat's getting dry, right? Yeah, that's like, they're running even slower than they do in the mid-race, right? Like that is just, they just stop moving, right? So, that is, they just ran out of stamina, right? But my understanding, or like what I guess not my understanding, I don't think I understand how this mechanic works exactly. But like, say I barely have enough stamina to full spurt, right? That's actually 0 HP, right. Say that I have barely enough stamina to the point where I would reach 0 HP right as I cross the line. And then, just for the extreme circumstances, to understand how the mechanic works. Say that I spurt, I get the top speed, everything's great, and the finish line is right here. And right around here, this isn't going to happen in a normal race, I understand, but just to understand the mechanic. If I get hit with 500 HP worth of stamina debuffs, right? Like just Thanos snapped. I get hit by 5 all-seeing gazes or something like that here. You tell me I won't start jogging until 60 meters away? Doesn't seem right to me. I assume at the very least then, it will still just kneecap the spurt starting right here, and then starting here, I'll go even slower. Is that more accurate? Might not be 60 my portion of the track. I'm saying the fact that it's hard-coded at all feels wrong. The jogging, sure, but like you can run out of stamina and feel adverse effects from it earlier. Even after you full spurt, yes? Like you're telling me if I get hit with 500 HP of debuffs right here, I will be unaffected until 60 meters or like whatever this hard-coded line is before the finish line? That feels, I mean, maybe. That's really good to know. That means the stamina doesn't work at all how I thought it did. That feels very unlikely to me. But that'll be how that works. If the jogging itself, again, the jogging being like, you're running like down here, like even slower than you were in the mid-race, if that's hard-coded to only happen a certain amount of meters from the finish line, then I would assume that what happens then is you would just really heavily kneecap your spurt until you got to that point, and then you would go even slower. That'll be my guess. If this is the case, then this whole you only die in the last 60 meters thing doesn't really matter that much, right? It's a nice little trivia fact to know, but it really has no bearing on how you stam out your Umas in that case, right? To my understanding, you should die. So the normal spurt calculation is okay with you dying before the end, so that's what you see sometimes. Really? I mean, if you die for like 10 meters or something, it's probably fine. But I would be surprised if... I guess I should know how this works. Is this in the race mechanic doc anywhere? Like, because out of HP, her target speed is set to minimum speed. 0.85 times base speed. Oh, Guts makes you faster when you're out of... That's really funny. I didn't know the Guts did this. Guts makes you faster when you're out of health, huh? At last spurt, it mentions when it's calced. Upon entering the late race, if the Uma has enough HP to run the remaining distance at max target speed, she'll immediately start the last spurt. That makes sense. If HP is insufficient, a list of last spurt speed and distance candidates are calculated by lowering the target speed by 0.1 meters per second each step, till the last spurt speed reaches the base target speed of the late race, which is, base target speed phase 2, which is not very high, right? It's basically your fucking base speed from the mid-race. Okay. Then candidates are sorted by the time it will take to finish the race, going from best to worst. Each candidate has a wisdom stat chance to be accepted. What the fuck? Which affects how well you manage your stamina. If you don't have enough.
Very good.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Person is incredibly smart and
you didn't know this was a whiz roll? Not at all, no. Happy New Year, Brick. I'm feeling better. Can't remember if you were ill or not. I was ill. I have a lozenge in my mouth right now, in fact. I didn't know this was a whiz roll at all. Really? 60 meters in the dock? Oh, you're right, yeah. Last spurt calculation estimates the stamina usage up to 60 meters before the goal line. The calculation does not take into account the time it takes to accelerate target speed. If an HP recovery skill activates after, it's recalculated. Okay. This doesn't mean that you only die... This isn't what this means at all, though, right? This doesn't mean that you only can die 60 meters before. This just means that it very well might be... It might let you die. But you can definitely die earlier than that if something happens in the middle. If you get caught in a duel or if you get debuffed or something. Yeah, nothing about this says you can't die further back than 60 meters, right? This isn't what that means at all. But this is still good to know. I didn't realize it was a fucking wisdom check. Yeah, this is what I learned. This is new. Huh. It does not take into account the time it takes to accelerate to target speed. If you would die at top speed before 60 meter, the odds are you recalculate to a shittier spurt. If you might not, the spurt just assumes you're good. Yeah. That's true. The Tachyon probably did roll into a very good last spurt management for their HP, right? The HP recovery skill activates after... Wait. The calculation does not take into account the time it takes to accelerate to target speed. So, this calculation then always overestimates how much stamina you'll use, right? Because does it assume that you start at target speed then? That's a very big assumption. This is why you probably don't die most of the time, right? Okay, this makes some sense, actually. This is heavily overestimating. Because, like, usually the time it takes to accelerate to target speed is, like, 9 or 10 seconds. And the amount of time where your speed is significantly different from your target speed to the point that, like, the HP consumption will be quite different. It's probably, like, 5 or 6 seconds, right? I see. Okay. Yeah. Which is why the wisdom roll matters? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I understand. Okay. You might not have enough stam to do that? So, okay. Stamina mechanics be complicated? So, how then... So, I want... Because, I mean, it's clearly here, right? There's a spurt rate and a survival rate, and they're different. This is you full spurting. This is you dying at that last little bit, right? So, the way that you would spurt and then die is if your stamina yeah, because this probably doesn't happen unless you're quite over, or unless you're like pretty overstamped, right? So the way that this would happen then is you be here. So the higher your wisdom, correct me if I'm wrong, the higher your wisdom stat, the bigger the gap between your spurt rate and survival rate will be. Yes? Because the higher, and we can test this right now, but if I understand what's happening here, the higher your wit stat, the more likely you are to pick one of the faster candidates, which means you'll use more HP, which means it's more likely that you would use too much and then die. So like, right, so if I have this gold chip have, I mean, she probably just fucking, we care about the delta, let's say like 500. It changes the numbers so drastically. Maybe I should make it so where she's closer to just like living without regardless of the wit changes. Because here, the difference is 11.4. Immediately smaller, right? This is like 8.6. They hit the 122. Let's just go to 2200 maybe. Yeah, I want her living most of the time. Oh no, downhills on 2200. That's true actually. You're right, because the downhills will get in our way. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Now let's make it. Okay, well that's a weird one. What the fuck does this mean? They changed the map? Oh, you're right. But also, wait, what the fuck does this mean? How can this number be bigger? That happens here too. This means that you are out of stamina before you enter the late race, yes? The entire late race is a downhill? That doesn't mean anything here. Right? Or, I guess downhill excel mode isn't taken into account for the calculation? Is that what you're saying? You save stamina on downhills? I know that part. I'm saying maybe the calculation doesn't take that into account. Fabussy, indeed. The Haunsler. Welcome, Haunsler. What are we looking at? I'm trying to understand spurt rate versus survival rate. Leo Cup? No, we're just generally looking at stuff. I need to check on the definition of spurt rate. I believe this is... I mean, this is just what I assume. It's not... I don't know if it's written somewhere. But I believe this is, like, your full spurts. Yeah, it even says non-full spurts here. Yeah, like, stamina death is 0 HP. And then this is non-full spurt, right? So this gold chip does have times where she doesn't full spurt. But she has no deaths. So my assumption... Okay. You wouldn't full spurt. I think spurt rate is the frequency your Uma gets to full spurt. Yes. So you wouldn't full spurt if you were already at too little stamina. 900% means you are low rolling on wit checks for spurts. Add straightaway spurt. To see where it procs. The straightaway spurt proc when you start spurting? I thought it was just... What are the conditions on spurt? All the way over here. Very late. What's up with that? Spurt, is this a skill proc? I thought it was. Let's see. What does straightaway spurt say on it? It's on time? Spurt. Is there something weird in these conditions that I've missed? Is last spurt equals 1? Is that you? Checks if you're currently in the last spurt. Doesn't refer to the raise, but the last spurt mode of the character. Gotcha. Yeah. So you have to be in your... Well... Straightaway spurt procs on any straight in the late race when you're spurting, have stamina to start running. Gotcha, I see. It's really late. So, okay. Is what's happening... Yeah, because Go Home Specialist doesn't do anything here, right? Because the downhill is too late. Go Home Specialist is going to fuck with us here, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, okay. Wow, this is... Oh, wait, no, this isn't a straight. This isn't a fucking straight in the late race. Never mind. Yeah, Spurt isn't really doing it. Yeah, never mind. The spurt is going to trigger at a weird spot because there's not a good straight here. This is, no, it's not a good test at all. But, yeah, so she's running out of, okay, here's what's happening here. It doesn't have enough stamina. Like, by the time she enters the late race, she's already, like, just doesn't have enough, right? So she doesn't full spurt, but as a result, she does survive every time. This actually makes a lot of sense, right? This makes a lot of sense. She doesn't full spurt, and because she doesn't full spurt, she survives. Survives because downhills? I mean, I see what you mean, but like, wait, so if I put her on like 100 wit, are these like the same number? No, right? I don't think she survives because downhills. I think she survives because she's not full spurting. Yes? Like, the downhills make a difference, for sure. But like, this isn't just the downhill difference, right? Like, 1 wit. Oh, did I crash it by putting it 0? Okay, hold on. Maybe it'll give it 0 wit. There you go. Oh, well, hold on. You might be right, actually. You might be right. Yeah. It is the downhills. I thought that... Okay, because my thing is, I thought that the whole point of not full spurting was to let you survive. You know what I mean? I would have guessed that the entire point of not full spurting was so you could survive. So the idea that when you don't full spurt, you survive makes sense to me, even without a downhill. It's not taking into account the stamina saved from downhills? What do you mean? Yes, it is. When I put her on 1 wit, she just fucking dies 100% of the time. Look at this. It definitely is. Right? There's no other reason that 1 to 100 wit would be such a huge difference in survival. The spur to calculate for the downhills. Yes. I mean, let me go to a race that isn't a downhill in the late race, because I feel like it's... Like, if we go to, like, Scorpio Cup, there's no downhill in the late race, right? The downhill's right here. Okay, yeah, now these numbers are much more aligned, right? But it doesn't look like my original thought holds. 1% difference at 500. I'm right, actually. 1.8 at 600. Oh, I am right. Oh, okay, that's good. That means I understand this. Yeah, as your wit gets higher, the gap between your spurt rate and your survival rate increases, actually. I mean, the downhill, at a certain point, it might actually kind of reconverge because you're just doing so well in the downhills. But yeah, okay, I mean, because again, it just makes logical sense if it works this way, right? That the higher your wit stat, the more likely you are to pick a faster spurt, the more likely you are to not have enough stamina left at 60 meters there, right? But overall, you can still see the gap between the numbers is growing, but as long as there is a downhill on the track, the overall numbers are both also growing. The impact that wit has on letting you live through downhill mode is bigger than the impact it has on killing you through, like, pacing you up and having you pick a faster spurt and things like that. So it's still, like, a huge net positive for sure. But there is still this like delta between them that keeps growing. Though I think it started to shrink again. Well, not really, no. Let's see, yeah, sitting around like 2.6-ish. What if you go all the way like 1200? Or 1.6-ish? 1.4. Yeah, no, it did start growing. It did start shrinking again. I mean, again, this is a complicated function, right? It's not just the spurt. It's also trying to approximate pacemaking, and again, there's the downhill mode that's taken into account too. And as the spurt rate gets higher and higher, it's more likely that you're just full spurting anyway, and if you're full spurting anyway, then this whole part is even coming into play. You're just full spurting, right? So it makes sense that it kind of like, it looks like, the gap between them looks like this, right? It looks like this, where it has like a peak in the middle somewhere. Because here, like, your wit is too low, so you're not like saving enough energy to be full spurting all the time anyway, but also most of the time you're picking a slow ass last spurt, so it doesn't matter. You're not killing yourself by picking a quicker last spurt. Here your wit is high enough that you're not quite saving enough energy to be like full spurting all the time, but you do have high enough wit that you're often picking a faster spurt and occasionally killing yourself as a result. And then here, your wit is so high that most of the time, because you were with this exact stamina setup that we had, the amount of energy you save off downhill moding just means that you're just living, right? You're just full spurting anyway. So this like secondary factor of like, oh well, if I don't have enough HP, with the wits calculation comes in, this whole paragraph doesn't happen. It just does this part, right? And you were good. So it does make sense that it goes like that. Okay, so practically, what does this mean? Why the fuck do we care? One, wit is really good, right? Phallic drawing, lol, so true. One, wit is very good again, right? Just, yeah, wit. Another place where wit is, it'll help you have more HP, so you can full spurt more often, and then, if you don't have enough HP, it'll pick the best spurt for you at a higher clip, right? And two, I guess this spurt rate number is a little bit more important than I was giving it credit for, right? I was kind of just looking at survival rate as the most important thing. And I think it is still good to look at. I think it is still good to look at, right? But I think both of these numbers are important. The spurt rate is not negligible. It's not like, oh, well, who cares if I full spurt if I die? It's like, well, no, the way it ends up working out is probably a lot of the times people are starting to slow down in those 60 meters, right? Well, I mean, I say that, but I feel like I don't see that often. Because, like, if you don't survive, no, I think I disagree with that second. I think I disagree with what I just said. I think the survival rate is still the most important thing, right? I think dying is much more rare than people think, but that is what this number represents, right? Is when you, like, how often you die, how often you go to 0 HP, right? So I do think this is still the most important number, because this is, like, this shit will kill, like, you just lose when you do this, right? You will blow, like, a 5-length lead if you die. I mean, we've seen it happen today with the Suzuka. She was, like, 6 lengths ahead, then she just stopped moving. So, no, I think I disagree with what I just said. This number is the most important one still, for sure, right? Because even if you full spurt, if you don't full spurt, you're probably, like, if you like, really badly don't full spurt, you're gonna lose anyway, but, like, oh well. But, like, even if you full spurt, you can still lose if you then die, right? So, no. The main impact here, the main thing I've learned from this little side journey is that wisdom, or wit, rather, is very important for when you are slightly off on having enough HP to go, right? Which is probably a lot of the time. Like, having enough stamina to finish the race and having enough stamina to do this are very different things. You spend, like, this assumes you spend, like, 6 or 7 more seconds at top speed than you actually do. So, this is significantly more stamina drain. It's like a 50, 60 stamina difference, right? Yes. 6, 7, indeed. Okay, good to know. Man, yeah, so again, this doesn't take away from the overall sort of takeaway I've had from this day, though, which is that, I don't know, man. Build your shit aggressive on stamina, man. Try. I really think I'm gonna try that. Hello, Genesis. 6, 7, indeed. I think I'm gonna try and go as stam aggressive as is, like, reasonably possible on some of these. Because again, yeah. Maybe like a 70% spurt and survival rate. That's fine. Because like this, if you don't survive, you lose. If you don't spurt, you probably lose. If you don't survive, you definitely lose, right? But this depends. If you don't spurt, then it's like up to a wit check. Like if you can full spurt, if you can like do like a slightly worse spurt and then but just not die, then you might be fine. If you don't survive, you definitely, I think, spring ticket to actually win? No, right? That's not, I don't think that's right. From what we just talked about, why do you come to that conclusion? Because this is the rate that you do this, correct? This is the rate that you do this. This whole thing doesn't happen if you just full spurt. So you cannot full spurt, pick a because I mean, this is not you die. Like, this is again assuming it was a 97% spurt on the Tachyon. No, I understand. But I didn't count Rosy Outlook. No, I'm not talking about the Tachyon. I'm talking about the game, the mechanics. Why, from what we just said, do you assume that spurt is more important than survival? Oh, because Brownie asked about the Tachyon. I see. What? Because that's not what I get from this at all. I get the exact opposite idea, actually. That the survival rate is by far the more important number, right? I'm curious what leads you to that conclusion. Use a lot of lengths, not accelerating late race. This is probably just POV since I run fronts or paces. But that's not what's happening here, right? Why do you say that? I'm confused. Because, well, if you don't survive, you definitely lose. If you pick a decent enough spurt out of the hat here from your wits, even though you're not full spurting, you're maybe okay. Obviously, the best thing is to full spurt every time. But definitely, the key to winning is to not die. Yes? Are you saying because it only, probably, most of the time, will only happen in that last 60 meters? I think it depends how understand you are. Because even 60 meters of being dead here, I think, is a really big deal, right? Hypothetically, you could spurt the whole way, but not at full speed. I want to know if spurt rate counts that. If I died 10 meters before the finish line, it essentially didn't matter. I guess that's true. That's a good point. And it's hard to tell. Like, this number doesn't really take that into account, does it? Oh, no, it does. Yeah. Oh, okay. Good point, Fable. Good point. Okay. It does. Good thing the sim provides these numbers, actually. Like, none of these deaths on gold chip really mattered that much, right? On average, he died 8 meters from the goal. Yeah. Okay. Right. The deaths do matter more if you're dying 60 meters away, right? But in this case, okay. Yes. Because she's only dying 8 meters from the goal, yes, in some, like, real nail-biter situations, that might come back to haunt her. But most of the time, if she was going to win this race without dying, she's going to win it after dying. And if she wasn't, it's not going to make a difference, right? I see. So the important takeaway here is that there's another very, very important data point on these deaths. Where are they happening, right? I understand. If you don't spurt, you weren't going to win. Yeah. You want to join our CM after party lobby? No, I think I got some stuff to do after stream here, but I wish you all a fun CM lobby. I understand. I agree. I was misinterpreting this number, right? If this number meant what I thought it meant, aka amount of times that you die like 60 meters from the finish line, then it is more important. It's definitely more important. However, that's not what this means. This is the amount of times that you die literally any amount of meters from the finish line. In that case, it's very, very important to take this into account, right? And most of the time, it's not going to be close to 60 meters. It's going to be closer to, like, right, the low 10s. So in that case, if you had to come with one heuristic, I would say that this number is more important. But I would say it's important to look at this and make sure this isn't like 50 or 60, right? Because then that's the kind of shit that... Yeah, exactly, right? If you die 1 meter away from the goal, who the fuck cares? I see. Okay. Gotcha. And that just becomes a matter of picking, you know, what you think is an acceptable spurt rate. Keeping in mind that you... Oh, right. You've heard Go Home Specialist back for sure. Keep in mind that you have 3 horses on your team, right? I guess 88% is probably pretty good, right? But it all depends on your own personal, you know, risk tolerance in your team of 3, right? Maybe 80%, 83%, you know, not so bad. How far away is the uphill from the finish line on CM8? It goes from 23-25 to 24-25. So it's like on that final stretch. We can do several runs once and check the downward bend. Now this one's curious. Yeah, see, most of the time she's dying. Yeah, she's dying 6 meters away from the goal. So like this looks really scary, right? This looks really scary, but like most of the time she's dying 5 meters from the goal. Now when she doesn't full spurt, which does happen, right? Then she's dying here, but if she doesn't full spurt, she probably loses. So we're not really too super concerned with these runs anyway. It's like this looks really fucked up, but like it's 6 meters from the goal on average. Who gives a fuck, right? Yeah, that's a whole new way to look at this, right? I mean, I can't imagine you can get away with. I can't imagine you can get away with much less than this, though, right? Like if you do this, I think she just blows up, for sure. Yeah. Now what you can do is maybe you can go for like 500 here, right? With Rico or something. I mean, bro, honestly, the 20-meter one is probably when she doesn't proc the gold recovery. Yeah. I mean, if you could, like, you can get this with Rico, just by like, you know, maybe bursting once on guts or something and just letting Rico do her thing. That's not so bad. I don't know. 77% spurt rate. I mean, it's not the worst, considering, because if you're going for this little stamina, you could for real maybe fucking hit this stat line, right? If you're going for not maybe 1200, but on a no speed, no width growth horse, right? But like. You can go way more aggressive on your wits for sure, right? I mean, you can do this with no fucking stam cards at all, and maybe only a few stam sparks on a 20% stam growth horse. This is like you bring Rico and like half your sparks are stam sparks and the other half are like wit sparks, right? So if you're going this aggressive on it, you probably straight up could hit this fucking wit stat line. 800 is probably realistic on a mid roll, yeah. So if you go even lower than that, you can like, I mean, if you can find value with that, and if you can find like an opportunity to push more aggressively into other stats, I think it's the kind of thing I want to try and do on her and on Christmas Ogre. Guts maxing, yeah. I think I might want to try and Guts max Iono and see where that goes. Let's just finish off the rest of these couple runs. I gotta recheck my Taishin 2 then, see where she's dying. Yeah. So takeaways from this, downhill mode is broken. It's like, it's so much less stamina. So wit is really good. Don't sleep on wit, as we have been saying. Wit's even better because it helps you pick a good spurt when you're not full spurting. Or not, you know, quite full spurting. Again, I say not full spurting. Not full spurting as far as this thing is concerned, right? You could still, essentially, what we would consider a full spurt doing this, but it won't be, you know, you can't run the entire race at targets at max speed. That's okay. The other big takeaway, nice nature sucks. I don't know if that's because of what we discussed here. I think it's just in general. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true based on what we talked about. Stamina debuffs aren't real. I don't think that's true. I think it's more so that overall, though, I definitely believe that your odds to win are much better if you make 3 horses that win instead of 2 that win and 1 that makes others lose. You know what I mean? They aren't real if they don't die, but they don't die way more than you expect. I definitely have, like, you can see the tangible difference the stamina debuffs can make, but Sesmaru actually won the front battle. Oh yeah, she fought. What the fuck is she just... I mean, Pulse can do its very best, like no one ever was. But, I don't think it's quite gonna be enough. Yeah, 5 oh my, yeah, she's going. If you like an opponent, if you feel like you need an opponent, it feels like you need an opponent to also bring nice nature if you're gonna run her. That's true. The critical mass of things. Maru went kind of crazy. Yeah. She just got Anglican scheming and went for it. So true, Breasty. We got what? 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, and then yeah, just got mogged in this one. That's fine. Suzuka's also immune to All-Seeing Eye. That's true. All-Seeing Eye was nerfed by the race mechanics change that makes them fan out too, right? Because normally what you went for was you went for late surge or savvy to make the cone narrower and longer, but now making it narrower, you can miss people because they're all running side by side like that. Anyway, I think my throat is exploding, so I think I'm going to go. But this was very nice, actually. I'm glad to understand how downhill mode works a little bit more than I did before, and also a little bit more about the spurting stuff. I don't think I still fully get it, but I understand a little bit better, which is good to know. And it's given me a new idea for how I'm going to prep for CM8. Anyway, fellas, good luck on your Scorpio runs. If you haven't gotten to Group A yet, hopefully you get there tomorrow and round 2 and all of that. I'll see you on Saturday for some viewer matches if you're subbed, and Sunday if you're not. For now, goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy New Year, etc. Go hug someone you love, and I'll see you later. Peace.